In a world where various machinimators discuss what they want, where a retarded old man occasionally joins them in their quest, where the listener virtually has no say on what they talk about. One clan will defy the odds and bore their audience to the brink of insanity. This is Creature Talk.
Yay, we're live now.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Mid conversation. What? Hey.
It's
how we do it. It's how we do it.
Yeah.
We just
That's how we do it.
bust
Oh.
on random.
We didn't notice you. How are you?
Oh, hey there. Didn't know.
Sitting by the fireplace.
Just looking randomly to the left. So, welcome everyone to Creature Talk.
Or our post E3 extravaganza.
Well, it's not. It's mid E3. When
I'm
is
telling
it?
you, we're
saying,
probably
is
going to
E3
be
over?
way
Slash
over time
during
because of
E3.
all the stuff. Like, all the stuff we got to talk
Extravaganza.
about.
Well,
probably
we're
just
almost thinking of like doing a Saturday version, a short Saturday version, just to cover stuff we didn't.
Well, if we could
catch.
cram everything in now.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll try and cram everything in. We gotta hurry though. If we still want calls, if we just skip calls, we could probably definitely get everything. But
Yeah.
Calls.
let's see. So this is the 8th of June, right? 8th of June.
Yes.
2011.
Yes, it is.
And
6/8/11.
we are sitting here with a very intimate Creature
Yeah,
Talk,
it's an intimate,
and we have
Creature Talk here.
Four-way,
I think
if
that
you will.
works.
we have Dan's News Reviews.
Hello.
We have Max.
That was like a gassy Mexican.
Yeah.
Hello.
I know.
I'm dancing reviews.
And we also have Nova,
Thanks for
aka
having me.
James. What
Ow.
is that?
That was an ad and it hurt my ears.
So this is the episode where we talk everything E3. Probably one of the biggest weeks for any kind of video game nerd
That we weren't at.
that we weren't
I'd
at.
say it is. I'd say it is the biggest.
Yeah, it's
Where
probably
everything
the
happens.
biggest, yeah.
We learn, what's in store for us, video gamers.
And my conclusion is I'm going to be spending a lot of money from November all the way till the end of next year on nothing but
I think
video
that's the
games.
case for each year.
Not really.
I don't know. I thought that
really.
this.
For me, it seems-
Well, like the past couple years, I think it's just kind of been dropping down and down and down. Like in terms of
Really?
excitement and stuff. Because like a lot of the shit ends up getting leaked
Yeah.
before E3. So there's no.
Yeah, like Halo 4 and
there's
all that
no,
stuff.
yeah, there's no excitement going into E3 if you already know what's going to be announced. Like, well, for me at least, I usually think E3's like the big dance to go to show off your new moves and all that. But when it's already, when everyone already knows what you got, then there's no point.
Prom of the video game world.
Yes,
Everybody already knows the funky chicken. So
Right, yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, that's how that works.
So where do we want to start?
Let's go down the list of. Don't worry about the order.
Well, actually,
that you
hold
have,
on.
James.
My internet story that.
Oh yeah, let's do that first.
I was saying, like, my internet has been shit for the longest. And this is dating back, like, months and months. Like, that the internet has just been so up and down all over the place, upload, download speed. And we had this tech guy come out from Comcast because we're getting fed up because there's nothing on our end that's messed up. It's not my computer. Over the course of the last couple months, we probably bought, like, 3 new routers. We got a brand new modem, which I had to fucking buy, which is pretty expensive. We have all this new shit, so it couldn't be any of the equipment. So the tech guy comes out, he tests it on his like laptop. Obviously, he sees for himself. His reaction was pretty funny, like to the upload speed. Like he was like, "Okay, you're getting like 22 download," and I was just sitting here like, "Oh man, like watch it just go up for him because it's so all over the place. He'll end up with a good speed, and then he'll be like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with it." But then all of a sudden, he got like 0.8 something for upload, and he was like, "Oh." I was like,
Oh
yeah,
my god!
we're definitely not paying for that. Like, that's probably not even for your lowest package. That's probably not even like
dear
Up
God
to
in
par.
heaven.
that's horrible. So then he goes out, he checks the line at the pole, And he comes back in and he says how the line was all chewed up because of the squirrels. And the line was filled with water. It was like all corroded. He came in and he started spouting off saying like how he was surprised that we were even getting anything at all because the cords were all fucked up. So he
Rex made a
replaces that
pilgrimage from
cord.
Colorado and attacked your internet line.
He comes in, he replaces the inside one, he replaces the outside one. Then he sets it up again, and guess what? It's still the same, even after all that. So now he's sitting here, the tech guy is sitting here confused as fuck. He doesn't know what, he doesn't understand. Like, he calls Comcast, asks them what we're paying for, or what our current package is, and it is supposed to be 50 download, 10 upload. Then he's sitting here scratching his head because he's like, you got new router, new modem, new cables that this guy, it was damn near 100 degrees and this guy was out here, this poor guy was out there changing the cords up at the, the pole. And then he came back up here, and because I'm in the attic, it's like twice as hot up here. So he's sitting over here crouched in the corner doing whatever over there with the cords. So then that was all pretty much for nothing because like that didn't help at all. So then he started calling like his supervisor and shit and seeing like what he could do, and then pretty much the end result was that his supervisor would call us, and now we're left with shitty internet still. So it's like it's so
after
confusing.
that grand epic tale, nothing
happened. Nothing happened.
That's
It
amazing.
doesn't make any sense because like you know that they're capable of it because I had like a good week of high upload and high download, and then it just goes to shit, and it's not on our end, so they can't put it on us. They can't say like something is off over here. It's either them trying to lowball us or some shit like that, because now I know after having that week of good internet, I know they're capable of shit like shooting that shit to us. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to
They're
probably
jipping you.
end up just
Screwing
bitching
you
them
over.
out or something because I have
You know
no
what?
idea what to do.
Call the CEO and be like, listen here, buddy. I'm paying for this internet,
CEO
and you guys
mount
can't even
his
figure
laptop.
out. Yeah, he'll be like, oh, this is fun. Watch.
Yeah, and then he'll see it. He'll be like, "Whoa, all right, something's going on here." It's like, well, no shit. They go, well, at least I know I'm not crazy now that it's going all over the place. I sat here and did a speed test on my computer. My upload was like 3. Then on his laptop, it wasn't even 1. And we did it within an hour of each other, which doesn't make any sense.
But I want to know is how
Maybe your
did
computer
it
is
get so
accelerating
good?
the internet.
How did it get so good when the squirrels would shoot up?
Yeah, if he said that he's surprised that we even got anything, then how the hell did last week we end up getting, close to 50 and 10 upload? Doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I think it's just this company is just being rotten.
Yeah.
Playing games with you.
They had to be. Yeah, we're
Yes.
buying all this new shit, all this new equipment and stuff like that. It can't be on our end, so
Did you
I-
check and see if FiOS is in your area?
it's not.
Oh, that's
that-
so
Oh.
stupid. You have to check for availability. Why can't
Yeah.
they just dig FiOS lines everywhere?
The thing is, there's nothing else like here that we can get. Like we had Verizon before we switched to Comcast, and Verizon doesn't go as high package wise.
Yeah. Ah,
So it's
You know
like
what we
That's
need,
kinda
Jordan?
sick.
what?
I will sell for no less than the connection that there is, the elusive man has in the Mass
Yeah,
Effect. I don't
with-
forget the technical term for it.
With the
it was funny
that
when I
sort of
tweeted
connection.
out. I tweeted out my speed test result, and a bunch of people were sending me like stuff like, "Oh, yours is good compared to mine," and they were sending me some pretty bad results. Like these people that lived really far away.
It's like
They had
dial-up
some
humble.
connection.
Kind of gives
Yeah,
you a
they had
slice
some
of humble pie
horrendous
there.
stuff. I was like, well, now I don't feel as bad, but still.
I
like,
remember I used to be able to download when I lived at my old house back in Massachusetts. My download speed, I could download on Steam. I remember the fastest I could ever download was 89 kilobytes per second,
Jesus.
and my fastest upload was 0.14 kilobytes a second.
I could see if I'm paying a cheap price or something, then sure. But I'm paying over $100 a month.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me that fucking 50 and 10.
Yeah, you're
What
paying
the
a
hell?
lot of money. Then you should be
That's what
getting
I'm
getting some good internet.
Yeah, that's
That's James's internet situation. He's waiting on a
should,
call from the supervisor.
which I'll probably
Why not?
never get. It probably wasn't even the supervisor. It's probably just his buddy.
Yeah.
Should we
Probably
dig into
all
E3
planned
now?
out. So
and-
yeah, let's James
Alright, yeah.
start. Let's do the conferences. Don't worry about the order. Let's just go through.
All right, so it was Microsoft that started it out, and Microsoft started with Modern Warfare 3 right off the bat, and it was pretty funny because I tweeted, like right when they showed Modern Warfare 3, I was like, you know why they're doing Modern Warfare 3 right away on the Xbox press conference? It's because they're gonna say that Xbox gets the DLC first. Like I don't even know if they did that last year or not, but they usually always end up doing that. Like a DLC comes first to the Xbox. But through the whole thing, they didn't say anything about the DLC. But at the very end of the dude talking, like behind him on the screen, it said DLC comes first to the Xbox. So I was like, yeah, I called it. They didn't say it, but it was still there. They eventually did mention it though later on when they started talking about the dashboard stuff. They said about the DLC for Modern Warfare 3 coming to Xbox first. But
Is
Uh,
that all Microsoft had?
no, they had more stuff. I'm just like opening it up
Or they
for
just started
Modern
it up.
Warfare
Yeah.
talk. If you want to talk about Modern
That's
Warfare,
kind of what I saw. Like I saw like the first 30 minutes of the Microsoft press conference. I didn't see it live. I went back and watched it, after the fact. And I mean, it looks cool. The missions that they're showing, it's kind of the same. It's Modern Warfare, epic, crazy helicopter rides, and you're swinging
It was weird
around and
after
trying to hold
seeing-
on. And
like Modern Warfare, like I was sitting here when I was watching it, I was saying, I don't know if it was, I think it was Seamus that was in the call with me. And I was like, this is like the same game. It looks the same to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
the-
like Modern Warfare 2 Part 2.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Then later on in the day, they hit you with the Battlefield demo and everything. And even though it's just you driving around in a tank and everything, it's just like, wow, this game.
Yeah, it's
Looks
like we'll show you
fantastic.
mundane gameplay, and it's gonna
just like-
amaze you.
You look at the videos side by side. If you had two monitors side by side and you were to compare them, I mean, it's a no-brainer that Battlefield is just looking so much better.
Well, that's because
And
they have
it's
the
just on a
second
different-
version of
whole
the
different-
engine.
Well, that's
You
a
should
lot
have heard
to
the
do with
dude,
it.
the EA dude spouting off about Battlefield when they were interviewing him, man. He was so confident about going head to head with Modern Warfare like this time around. Like he was saying, like, we know we have the engine, we got the technology, we feel like we've touched on everything, the multiplayer, everything is like better now. And they
And it
even
really
like,
does. It seems like they're coming out swinging for him.
Yeah,
They're,
he said that. He was like, that's why they set their date, like, I think, like 2 weeks before Modern Warfare. And then, like, the interviewer guy said, like, well, why don't you do it the same day? And he was like, oh, well, if they want, they can move theirs up 2 weeks. Like, like he was saying, like, that, and they stressed
I
the
get
whole
it.
free thing, like,
Oh yeah,
everything's
well we'll get to
free.
that later. Let's talk. I mean, because that's the EA. That's part of the EA press conference.
Yeah, it's true. That is
But
part-
so Modern Warfare 3, I mean, pretty much what they're doing now is they see, I think they see how well Modern Warfare, like any of the Call of Duty, sell for their multiplayer, and they don't really see any need for an engine rehaul.
Yeah, I never played a campaign. Maybe
You
that'll
could-
be the first one I actually play, but I like
Yeah.
never played campaigns.
Yeah, there's not much different from all the engines. Like from COD 4 onward, they've all been pretty much the same, like with minor
Yeah.
improvements and just major texture bumps.
The thing with Call of Duty, and it's what pisses me off with Call of Duty, like the way the people that are just so diehard about the game, like the way they work around this game. Like for Call of Duty 4, it was good. Everybody liked it or whatever. That was the game everybody played. Then what was it, World of War that came out? Everybody jumped on that, played it for a little bit. Then all of a sudden they were like, you know what, this game sucks. Treyarch sucks. Fuck you, Treyarch. Modern Warfare 2 comes out, Infinity Ward. They're right back on Infinity Ward. They're playing.
I love it.
YouTubes and everything. All of a sudden they're like, God damn it, this game sucks. Treyarch, save us, please. We were just calling you shitty. We were calling you shitty last year, but please save us. Make a better game.
Sure
Black Ops
enough.
comes out. They're like, yeah, this game's awesome. No, AK7 for you. fuck you, Treyarch. Like
FOMOS.
now Infinity Ward save us again. Like they're just jumping back and forth. Unless it's kind of what Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer now. So now there's a new company in the equation to kind of suck up to. But that's just like so weird the way it is, like the way it works like that.
The thing is too, though, is like I wasn't on when I saw the new footage from Modern Warfare 3, and it was kind of lackluster. You know, it didn't really look that anything too innovative, like on par with Battlefield 3. I wasn't honestly that surprised, because you think about it. I mean, there's gonna be people that are still there on Infinity Ward that worked on previous games, but a lot of the people that were, a lot of the key people and core, staff that worked on the previous games that we loved left. It's not the same Infinity Ward that we've come to love and expect.
That's probably why people still like Call of Duty 4 and like still want that game to get patched, and like they're like, stop coming out with these new ones. Just fix Call of Duty 4 and you'll be good.
But that's not what brings in the money.
That's true, yeah. They don't need to do anything at all to this game, because it's just, that's what the EA dude, the president of, or CEO or whatever of EA was talking about in his interview. He was saying like, that they're trying to be innovative with their stuff and all that, instead of just, rehashing and all that. I don't know. It's pretty weird.
It's disappointing, but at the end of the day, what's going to happen? People are going to go out and they're still going to sell a whole bunch of units.
Oh, it'll have its fun though. Because it always has these little new things that they'll implement that everyone's going to love, and that's what's. Well,
I don't think the EA dude, I don't think he said that, like, he's not trying to overtake them in sales, I guess, just yet. His goal is to put a dent in their sales.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they're kids that have $60 that they've been saving up since their birthday, and they have a choice: do they want to buy Battlefield or do they want to buy Modern Warfare 2? I mean, Modern Warfare 3. So
you want to mention that now?
Mention what?
No, I was just.
We didn't say anything
about
it.
Out there. I was just throwing that out there. People in the chat were pointing out. Anyway, hold on. What about the? I don't know what I was gonna say.
Well, just say real quick. Everyone else is. What is Sly doing right now? He said he was at like the airport or something like that. Seamus, we couldn't get a hold of him. All these other people, we don't know what they're doing. Junk is doing some softball shit or some crazy poop like that.
Junk may be around now. He just sent a message just a second ago. I'm seeing if he's there, so we might rope him into the call.
Did he watch E3?
I think he watched some of it, yeah.
So help me God, if he comes in here and he's just asking stupid questions.
Well, if he didn't watch E3 and he tries to talk a whole bunch about it, like he knows what he's talking about, you cyber slap him. There you go.
Do I need to add him now? Is he on?
He did. He sent a message.
Oh yeah, I'll add him.
Yeah, add him.
Okay, so Modern Warfare 3. What was next on Microsoft's list?
Well, I'm not going in any order or whatever, but they had Gears 3 again. Cliffy B came out and they did like a co-op demo with a boss with Ice-T. Ice-T completely butchered the horde mode,
and Cliffy
pronouncing
B.
it. He called it whore mode, which I found pretty funny. he just slipped up and then he tried to
whore mode.
Save himself, but he didn't really do too well doing that.
Did you guys hear about how him and Ice-T arrived at E3? Like Ice-T rolled up in his Bentley, like on the front, and then Cliffy B rolled up in his Lamborghini with like his hot girlfriend or whatever. You see him tweet out that picture? It was a picture that he tweeted out.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's a picture that Cliffy B tweeted out. It's like a picture of his Lamborghini and then his hot girlfriend, like her, ass facing you and like kind of looking back. And then he tweeted it out and he put like, to all the haters.
Oh,
wow.
Guys, he's so, his head's getting huge.
The only haters he's got are the people that are telling him to debuff the fucking shotgun. I don't know what his deal is. They have no other reason to hate him. At least I don't think.
But they really need to do that. It's a little bit better from what I can tell from the Gears of War 3 beta. Like you can actually the regular assault rifle with the chainsaw. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a little less. The Lancer is less useless. now.
Really, that's
Like, you can
good
actually-
because that was one of my favorite guns to use. Like I can't really use the shotgun very much. It just doesn't seem.
Yeah, they
right
actually made it so that way you
diving
could actually use those. It's still like with
Yeah.
the shotguns still aren't balanced.
Yeah.
It's so retarded that people call the sawed off cheap, even though you have to like get right in their face.
Yeah,
to get the
sawn off
big
isn't
kill.
quite as cheap because it's just like a melee or anything.
Yeah,
It's just
the
like the
other
chainsaw.
one-
You get up close, you get the chance at an instant kill. Just don't let people get close to you. That's the thing.
I was
The
just
other
happy to
one is just long
realize
range.
that, like I said, the Lancer, it's not useless, and you can actually do the whole like game mechanic that it seems like that they were trying to do with the whole cover system. Like you can lay down suppressive fire, then you move up, and stuff like that. It's not just everyone leaping around with shotguns. I mean, it still is that. They
Yeah,
haven't
Yeah, it
fixed
still
that
is.
yet, but you can, if
Totally.
you wanted to, you could actually, if you focus some Lancer fire on them, you could get them down before they.
Yeah,
reach
that's
you.
one thing I really found useful when I was playing the beta is that when you saw guys leaping back and forth and coming at you, if you put a lot of Lancer fire on them, they either get scared and dive for cover, or you could easily get them down. Or so.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
Gears.
that's the first Gears that I've played
Gears.
in a long while, and actually been like, oh, maybe I kind of want to pick this up because I haven't really.
I like
Gears was always a game that I wanted to get into, but the multiplayer was always like broken as hell. And
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I've always been about the campaigns and not about the multiplayer. It's just you get people who are it's incredibly unbalanced from what I've played. It's just you get in with people who are just insanely good at the game, and it's impossible to enjoy yourself.
yeah, it's one of those games that once you master it, you own everybody, no question.
So what else? What else is there?
We got
I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But
Mass Effect 3 with the voice
wait.
controls.
Wait for me with the Mass Effect 3. I'll be right back.
Oh my god!
Oh,
again,
Talk
God.
about
God.
talk
third
about
time.
Kutra, move up.
Third time.
unbelievable,
Third time.
Kutra, singularity.
unbelievable.
Wow.
Kucha, Creature Cats.
So what can we go to instead? Because this asshole.
well, we
the
can talk
third
about
time-
Connect.
Is there
the
new
Kinect
Connectimals?
integration.
Connectimals?
I honestly
Is there
forgot
Netcast too?
already all the Connect shit because I don't care about
Well,
it.
I mean, Microsoft was making a huge push on the Kinect with pretty much every game they featured. They were talking about the Kinect. It has
yeah,
Kinect
some kind of
availability.
feature with it. Well, they
what was
have
it,
the Fable, the new Fable game. When they announced the new Fable game, I was getting a bunch of people saying like, "Are you gonna do the new Fable game?" But it's not. It's not traditional
yeah,
Fable.
it's
a
like
rail
on
shooter.
rails.
Yeah.
yeah,
When I seen that,
So-
I was like, "Ooh." I was like,
yeah. I think the Kinect's kind of still in its infancy, so they don't quite know how to. Well, not to talk about Mass Effect, but Mass Effect seems to be implementing it, quite well. But I don't
I still
know.
think the way
other
they
games
did that
it
is
seems
still
weird.
kind of dumb. Like, well,
The-
what is it?
Force commands?
Tactical. Other than the tactical stuff is all right, but like just
Yeah,
talk-
selecting
use-
things.
yeah,
was
that I was
stupid.
like, why?
But let's
Why do you
save
need to
that,
do
I guess,
that?
for Jordan.
I'll tell you what
Yeah,
we can
that's-
talk about.
Is it really that hard to move the analog stick and just select an option?
A,
With,
You can't do that.
With Connect, obviously they're trying to target the hardcore more because last year it was like a really disappointing E3 conference. Everyone was just like, "Oh, here's our move," and like it was all just super motion
Here are our
control,
gimmicks.
casual gaming. Yeah,
There
here's
was
all our
actually
gimmicks. Now-
one game that was it's made by Crytek, I think, that was actually focused more towards the mature audience. I forget what it's called. It starts with an R, but it's
Huh.
like it's kinda got-
Resistance.
No, Resistance is on
Resistance
that's-
3. I don't
Guys,
know.
there
I have
is
I don't
guys.
know anything about Resistance. That's just one of the games that I
will
know.
Resistance have Connect availability?
What the
Isn't
hell?
Wait, what is
Yeah, it's on
Resistance on?
Sony. It's on the
Will I be able to
PlayStation.
use? Will I be able to play Resistance 3 on the Wii U?
Oh boy.
Well, whatever. It's called Rise. Okay,
Right.
that's the
All
game.
right. Okay.
Where it's like it's catered more towards the hardcore with it's all bloody and all that good stuff. And I think they even said in an interview that like it would be I guess both. Like you could use a controller as well. I think I'm not really too sure. I didn't really read too much into that.
You
It
know what
looked-
was actually pretty interesting? Go ahead.
What?
Go
I said it looked
What were you
cool.
gonna say?
I said it looked
Oh,
really
okay.
cool. Goodness.
No. The other thing with the Kinect, them targeting the hardcore, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. There was some pretty interesting stuff in there. A lot of Minority Report sort of things going on there. Did you guys see any of that?
gun?
Yeah,
I only
see
saw
that.
the thing with the gun. You were
Like-
The
you were
Ghost
very
Recon
proud of
demo looked like they took the ghosts and they just planted them in Resident Evil 5 because that's what the level looked like. It was like a shanty town with
It
Yeah,
kind of
the-
looked like that, yeah.
it looked like the exact same level. That's what I was thinking the whole time. But I don't know. I was a big fan of Grawl 1. Grawl 2 I didn't really like that much because it was just kind of like the same
I
shit.
couldn't play those games for some reason. I was terrible.
They're
at
real
them.
slow. They're definitely not fast paced. They're
It
Yeah.
they're
looked
a
like
lot.
they kind of
Look,
dumbed it down though
tactical.
because it's got like the mini map now that shows you the enemies. They didn't even do that for you before. Like you had to control a UAV yourself to find the enemies.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have to look
Yep.
with your eyes. And that's pretty much it.
But I thought that was pretty neat, tech wise. You know, them splitting open the gun like that, seeing all the parts, being able to interchange like the gas system in there, and like being able to just like voice command, be like long
I'm
range.
sure
and
that
then it-
you'd be able to just push like the Y button to randomize though, just like
No, I'm sure you could do that too, but it's just it's one of those things where you feel cool doing it.
randomize, and all of a sudden the
Minority
gun
Report
just comes out. Just put
I don't know
back
how I
in.
feel about the whole like using your hands to shoot. I don't like that. To me, if,
Yeah, with
like,
the opening your hand and stuff
yeah,
like
their
that.
whole goal with
Like
the
a
whole
jackass.
to be the controller to kind of like immerse yourself into it. But I think it has the opposite effect with me, anyways. It would because like with the control you have the rumble effect and stuff like that. It feels more like you're
Well, that, and
holding.
if you're
a weapon.
playing on a tiny TV, like
That's
it
because
hardly
they're
seems
missing
worth
is a
it.
headset. They're missing like the virtual reality headset to go along with that. Eventually, that'll probably come. There, you get the headset along with
Yeah, I
it.
mean, they're kind of doing that with the Wii U a little bit with the handheld kind of visual. Screen
Yeah, we didn't
thing
get there
where-
yet.
And the thing is,
Well,
too,
I'm
like,
I'm keeping it fluid here.
Jump in the gun.
they're targeting the
Fluid assay
hardcore,
is a
but
little piss.
for me, I know I play on a 20-inch widescreen, a little monitor, my computer monitor, and Kinect would not work. like I don't see myself wanting to stand up and be like, okay, now I'm going to start shooting some targets.
Well, that's why I never play my
Thrusting
move.
out my
That's,
hand.
that's why I never touch my move, is because I have this tiny ass little TV and a very small room to play it in. So I don't even know why I got it.
Yeah, I mean, tech-wise, it was pretty interesting. But is it actually going to capture the hardcore gamers? Maybe some of them, if they have like bunch
I think
of
they're
space.
just pushing it. They're pushing it too hard. Like they're trying
Yeah.
to get people into it. It's not sticking right now. Like people just want to sit down and play with a controller. And Microsoft's whole for the most part, their whole press conference was surrounded by shoving Kinect down our throats.
It's definitely interesting tech, and I understand why they're trying to capture the hardcore gamers. Because last year they realized, like, whoa, we tried to do all the casual things. We kind of abandoned our hardcore base. We want to show them that they're still relevant to us, and blah 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 blah. So I understand where they're coming from, but I just don't think it's going to work necessarily.
Yeah, the chat is screaming for Minecraft. On
We were
the
gonna.
Xbox.
I
I'm
was gonna
back.
bring that up, but yeah, this asshole decides to leave every 5 minutes.
Back. Okay.
Wow.
What did you guys just discuss?
Hey, asshole!
We talked about different things with Kinect and how they're trying to capture the hardcore gamers.
Okay.
And I mentioned we talked about Rise, game Rise or something like that.
Yeah,
They were-
Rise, which is by Crytek, which is supposed to be the more mature game for the Kinect. We
And
talked
then
about
I
the
brought
Fable
up-
rail shooter and Ghost
Yeah.
Recon.
and then Ghost Recon
Oh,
Future
okay,
Soldier.
okay.
The whole Minority Report.
Look at that. We hit
messing
3
around.
games without you.
3 games
They
that
don't
I
need
had
you. Don't
even
no
need-
interest
get
in. Good job.
Scrub.
I gotta tell you, I think we had the most in-depth discussion and intellectual discussion we've ever had.
That's because
My
it's just
IQ
Okay,
is
us.
risen
are we? What are we on now? Did you guys finish Microsoft?
We were waiting
or-
for.
We were
freaking
avoiding
Mass
everything
Effect.
Okay.
because we couldn't talk about it.
Now it is
Now we
time
can talk some Mass Effect.
for the best game in the world.
Well, we're not talking. Don't get into it yet. We were just talking about the voice controls for it because that's
Oh,
what.
oh, yeah, that's the
Xbox
EA one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So you're not gonna talk about the voice controls?
So
Oh, never
Kinect,
mind. We'll talk about the voice controls.
Kinect in Mass Effect 2. Apparently now you can say what you mean
Mass
to
Effect
say.
3, dummy.
Effect
I mean,
2.
3, sorry.
Oh my god.
He's too busy
Next,
playing
well,
his.
sequels.
Yeah, next. Minecraft on the Xbox was announced. You just completely missed your chance, buddy.
No,
You
we got
lost.
to briefly mention it. Oh, basically they have voice commands now, so you can be like, Garrus, move up, and then it, wherever you're looking, he'll move
Yeah,
up
it could
there.
be
Liara,
tactical or the other.
Liara, singularity, and then she'll do a singularity and.
Oh,
like that.
really? I
And
thought it was
also-
just for conversations and stuff.
No, you
Oh,
can
nice.
use it for
See this
dialogue.
demo?
Yeah, you can select dialogue options by saying you're lying to me, and then it'll say that dialogue option. But it also, if you're doing you're
Yeah,
fighting
okay,
or in combat,
yeah,
you can be like,
nice.
Garrus, move up. Garrus, somersault, then backwards flip now.
As you see the model start flipping.
Garrus, start
You're gonna
dancing.
look like
in front
you
of
like you're dumb doing that. Like you're sitting there shouting out names and shit at your TV.
Yeah, it's gonna
Garrus, move!
Move!
Dive in
That's
front
gonna
of
be
me.
really
Sacrifice.
weird.
Yeah, wouldn't
Blue
work.
lady, have sex with me.
So there, it was briefly mentioned. Now Minecraft was announced for the Xbox, which was probably one of the big things for
With
Microsoft.
Kinect support.
Yeah, I don't even think anybody cared about that VTax going. They just,
What would the
they
Kinect
just like
do?
Minecraft on there.
Would you just start like hitting the screen and it makes
Probably like what it did when the hackers used it, and the whole
Yeah.
reason went to discuss that whole thing. That's probably what they talked about with it. Probably scan your room or something and make it into your world. I don't know,
Ooh, I'll take it.
something like
I'll
that.
take it.
Oh,
Now Junk is here.
Hey, everybody, it's
Yeah.
Junkyard here.
That could be something
yeah.
like that.
What else is on the Microsoft list?
Oh, and it's also being developed by a different team supposedly. So I don't know if that's gonna make the game any different or what.
They're
Don't
probably
know.
they're just probably porting it over. I doubt they're gonna make that many changes.
They can't put it over as is right now, though. I mean, the game, like as is right now, for the content that it has in there right now, it's $20. So they're gonna need like, if it's not full retail and it's like 50, like a Kinect game or something, they're still gonna need to put a lot of content in there to
They're
justify.
gonna, they're gonna charge full price for it then.
I don't know if it's a Kinect game, it would be like what 50. I don't know how
Yeah, I
much.
guess that is true if it is Connect.
It would probably be $10 cheaper, but still, they'd still have to.
Yeah, they gotta add some, but I guess they'd release it as the full game. And he's adding a bunch of adventure stuff and all that. Smashing.
That's for yeah. That's for the. Well, I guess if that'll probably be in there.
I'll probably bring it over and stuff.
Whatever.
So yeah, there's the Minecraft on the Xbox.
So then there was another big one for Microsoft was the Halo 1 remake. They're remaking basically, it's pretty much Halo 1, except
Yeah.
they have like a new overlay of graphics over top of it, and you can even there's a
HD
cool
remake.
feature that you can even switch it on and off, like from new to old.
To
What?
see the
Really?
difference, really?
Yeah, to see the difference. You can even use like leave
Novelty
it.
mode.
Yeah,
That's pretty
much.
cool.
The thing that got me though was
Yeah.
for the multiplayer, they're actually using Reach. So
It
it's not
says
going to be like
Reach.
Halo 1 multiplayer. It's going to be like a
It's
Reach
Reach?
multiplayer.
It's Reach
Yeah,
multiplayer. It's pretty much just a huge thing of DLC for Reach. That's all it is, really.
That is actually really disappointing because I was hoping that
Yeah.
they'd go like stick with the old school mechanics that everybody loves.
Yeah,
What's the
there's
point
nothing
then?
wrong
What's the
with
point of
Halo-
doing that?
There's nothing wrong with Halo 1 multiplayer. I might have been a little bit off balance with that.
One of the things, yeah, right. But the thing that got me most excited about when I first heard that they were planning on doing this remake is like, oh, so logically maybe they're going to do it for Halo 2, and then we'd all be able to revisit Halo 2 and just go crazy on that, and
Yeah.
play with that the school game mechanics of that game. But if they're going to run
But
it through
that-
Reach,
Well, it's
Yeah,
called,
that's the
it's
thing.
like for the anniversary, so I doubt it's probably a one-time deal then, unless they get really money hungry and they really want that. Because with the
I'd
other
shell out money
announcement,
for it.
the other announcement of the next, they announced 3 new Halos, 4, 5, and 6, a brand new trilogy. They don't really need to go back and do Halo 2 now.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Unless they
Halo
just throw. But the thing is, it looks like they just threw a side team on Halo CE to just go through and redo everything, and then just throw together the maps to put with the Reach, engine.
it looks good. I mean, they
repackaging
redid
things.
the Halo 1 maps. The Halo 1 maps are there. It's just you're playing Reach on those maps pretty much.
Mm.
Which is kind of the lame part. I didn't like Reach multiplayer at all, and especially if it still has those like the perks and all that dumb shit. That's just kind of what ruined it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
The single player looks alright though, and it has co-op and all that. They added that in there. Well, it already had co-op, but it was like split screen. But you could do actual online co-op. And all
Yeah,
that
that'll
now.
be cool.
But then the other one, like I was saying, Halo 4. They showed Halo 4 at the very end, but that already got leaked out before the press conference. So.
Yeah, I
Everyone
didn't
knew
even
it was
know
coming.
about that though.
Yeah, neither
didn't
did
know
I.
the thing.
I was at work when all of this happened. So
I
was
remember
like,
when they announced it, somebody was like, because the teaser, did you see the teaser?
Yeah.
Like when it gets out of the cryotube or whatever, like from the end of the
Yeah,
third
yeah.
one. Like
So,
how
I need you.
his ship is burning and everything, and someone was like, they're in space, no oxygen, why is there fire? Someone
Yeah.
commented that like on the thing. Other people were yelling at him like, "It's a fucking video game."
Well, technically, I don't even know what the technical reasoning for that would be, because isn't it oxygen that sustains fire?
Yes.
Yes.
So
You need
explosions are possible, correct or no?
It would. Well, I mean, on the
because
ship,
they'd,
they
like-
have oxygen.
Like if
I
there's
don't know.
sparse amounts of oxygen floating around from the ship or whatever. Well, I guess that wouldn't make sense either.
It would be immediately enveloped. It wouldn't. I mean,
yeah,
if
I know
there wasn't
exactly. It just disappear
a-
immediately.
on the ship. Yeah, it would be immediately as
We're getting into
as
science right now.
Well,
What's
that's
I
not
know.
your-
It's science.
Well, you know, it's something I've always wondered whenever you see like a video or like, you know, in Star Wars or Star Trek, you know, the new Star Trek, you see all these explosions and fires in space. And it's like you think about it for a second, it's like, okay, there's no oxygen to sustain those fires. Is there something going on here we should know about?
Maybe they're all in a bubble and they
You know,
pump in the oxygen.
You know,
The
technically
shields,
there should be a single sound in space. So why is there sound design? Every single movie you watch in space
Firefly.
should be completely silent.
Not Firefly. Yeah. Not
Firefly does it silent.
They do.
I was
the
going to say they
silent?
should get Joss Whedon
They do
to
Oh yeah, they did when they were floating. I saw it in
And they don't really have
Serenity when they were
explosions
going
either.
through the.
So we're just
Yeah.
breaking down
Serenity.
this Halo 4 trailer to just be pretty much like
Well, anyway, okay.
Scientifically accurate.
What do you
like
guys
craps in
think about-
term of reality.
Everyone
Well-
seems to think that they might have changed the voice of Cortana, and it kind of sounds like a different
Oh, yeah,
person.
maybe.
maybe.
Like I don't really mind that anyway. Well, in the third one, she was always in your fucking head talking to you, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, that
but-
was really annoying.
I
Like trying to
agree.
walk, and she's
It's
like
a
Yeah,
love-
slow
she-
down.
You know, she's a
Yeah.
love interest. Okay.
her,
Get
and
over
also who is it? The big.
Gravemind.
What was the name? Gravemind. Yeah, I was gonna say Gravemind, but I wasn't sure if that was correct.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying.
That
I
was
think
probably the
people
hardest.
just want Chief back. I don't think they really. I mean, do they care that much about Cortana?
I doubt they would. I don't think she's gonna be such a huge part though.
She's still going to be in
I-
his head.
I-
He sticks the card.
Yeah,
in
but I
his back.
can't imagine her being like the huge story thing like she was for the other one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am me. I am me. 153 in the chat says so. As long as Cortana is still 99% nude, I don't care.
I like it.
Junk chimes in.
That's where
after
Jump
being
chimes
silent for
in.
5 minutes.
It's like,
I
like, what?
like it.
As long
Yeah.
as she's
If
underage.
you're talking about
Let's
games,
go.
I'm not sure.
So we'll,
I'm, like,
let's touch on it real quick. What do you guys think about it? Are you excited for the new Halo games that are coming out?
I
Do you
think
think they'll live
that-
up to the old ones?
I
Or
don't know.
I think
Halo.
they could, because I know that for a fact that probably half the 343 studio is made up of old Bungie employees that were on
right, there's a lot of
on
people in there. And-
studio when they made Halo 2, 1, 2, and 3.
Well, look what
Both
they did with
studios.
Reach. It's not like it matters. Like,
Yeah, I know, but
I don't know.
and they
Reach
both,
was-
both
yeah,
have
that's
a real close
incredible.
relationship.
For
You
me,
know?
it's one of those things that been there, done that type thing. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too excited about that. Even though it might be an awesome game, and for the sci-fi individuals and the ones that love the
wow,
series, hey,
kissing up.
more
Just
power,
say
more
it
power,
sucks.
more power to the individuals that are doing that. More power to the ones that like that sci-fi. Me, I've never been a sci-fi individual. I've never gotten into that stuff. I like more of the Battlefield type stuff, the Call of Duty. That's the stuff that gets my blood boiling.
Realistic military shooters.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy.
yeah, you know what I think is going to be good about this, because the thing with Reach is that it was kind of a special circumstance, because what happened with Reach is they tried to make something a little different. And I think that's where they went wrong. They went for a different kind of Spartan, which changed a lot of the gameplay. And I think that's what people did.
So they're gonna go back to the Super Spartan
I think
then,
they're going
but-
to go back to the Super one, which feels, better, because we've been playing, 1, 2, and 3, where all these insanely powerful Spartans, that didn't sprint or anything, and it's just like...
Well, I hope the numbers of their playlists on Halo Reach really talk to them, because it's fucking ridiculous. You go on there, it's like barely 10 people.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
To be honest, though, we don't really have much to go on. I mean, we just have a teaser and just an announcement. So we kind of got to reserve our judgment until they release more
yeah,
details. But
but-
the trailer, the little teaser there, that
Exactly.
was cool. Got me excited.
Yeah.
It's just like, ooh, Master Chief again, yay! And to be honest,
Yeah.
like, it's a new Halo game. When the time comes, we're probably all gonna buy it,
Oh, yeah.
just
that's right.
cause,
Yeah,
just
but
cause it's
still,
a Halo.
I mean, just
Just
I hope
'cause
they
too.
changed it up.
But
Well, I hope it's good. I hope they have turf map in there. Bring back turf, please.
I hope that'd be sweet if they redid like a lot of the older maps, like from Halo 2 and 1. But
Petition
actually
to bring back
redid
turf.
them good, like kind of like what they do with the Halo CE stuff. They actually redo them instead of like slightly work off of them. Because a lot of the remakes they do they're not really remakes. They're just similar but not exact.
And that's the reason I don't know if I want them to do remakes. I kind of almost want them to just like get rid of all that like repackaging stuff and trying to recapture that same feeling of playing those old maps.
Yeah.
Because I think that's why they were such a letdown, is because they'll never live up to like that first initial experience that we had when we played the game initially, the first time.
Because it's the
So I
game
want them
that
to-
makes those maps good, not playing
Yeah,
it in the
I kind
different-
of want them to just say, you know what, let's just go full force. with
make
this
new maps
experience.
that people, they can become memorable. Make new maps that become memorable. Don't try and rehash the old ones to get that nostalgia feeling.
Bring back turf.
Bring back turf. Maybe turf. Keep turf.
Unbelievable.
What else was at Microsoft conference that's worth?
That's pretty
worth
much
mentioning?
it. I guess we could probably go on to the next one.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
Well,
else
how-
EA had. I think I fell
What about
asleep.
YouTube on Xbox? People keep
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
the
that.
dash stuff. The dash stuff. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
the new dashboard.
live
Again.
TV.
Yeah, live TV, YouTube, and Bing. Going
Bing.
in there. The thing when I said something about the YouTube to Seamus, the thing he said right back was like, "Does
Hope
it
they have
support
ads
like
on
ad?
it."
Yeah, ad-based views. Is this gonna hurt us or is this gonna like help us?"
Why would
I
people
was
want to
like,
watch?
I don't know.
Like all of your guys' videos off the Xbox.
Who knows? Maybe
It might be
people don't
easier for
wanna
some
get up
people.
and go to
Maybe
the
they have their computer downstairs.
Maybe,
and they
their
play on the-
sister's stealing their computer.
Yeah.
A lot of these people have family computers, so they're like getting yelled at by their mom because they're watching a bunch of weirdos play video games all day.
That's putting it lightly. Weirdos.
Exactly. We're far
Yeah.
more complex, but yeah, we'll see. But because the thing is, I've never really seen any like. Because I'm trying to think, like when you have it on like Blu-ray or Apple TV, like the YouTube function. I haven't watched much of those, but I think it might be, and I can't imagine it being any different than those.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. So let's get on to EA.
I go ahead. I guess what Mass Effect 3.
Well, let's start with Battlefield 3.
we talked about Battlefield, didn't we?
Barely. You're just
Well-
talking about it in respect to challenging Call of Duty. You didn't talk.
Why do I hear echo?
Junk's mic?
Junk.
Thing
Junk
is probably-
Junk is
Sorry,
in the call.
sorry. I
Headphones,
forgot I
man.
had it so loud.
Headphones. I want to mention real quick too. I
No,
know
we're
some people
good.
have been
We're
saying
good. We're good.
that there's been some issues with the audio for the stream. Like it keeps cutting out here and there. Some people say it's fine. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Maybe I can try to mess with it and fix it. I'm not sure. But sorry if it is.
You know,
screwing
you
up a
guys,
little
if
bit.
you want a perfectly clear version of it, you can go to iTunes tomorrow and download a full version of it.
Well, see, the thing is, like some people are saying that the audio is fine. And
Well, then
there's
it's
other
their
people that are saying
internet,
that
that's
it's cutting
what it
out a little
is.
bit here and there. So, as long as we don't have the majority of people saying that the audio is
Yeah,
all
yeah,
screwed
then
up,
you know.
then that's fine with me. So,
Okay.
all right, we'll just
We'll see.
keep on trucking.
Battlefield 3 is going to be.
It looked really good.
It looked really good.
Great.
Like
I'm excited about it.
The only thing I saw there's a problem with is when they're doing the demo, the guy like turned inside of the tank and looked at his buddy there, and his buddy, like the animations were.
Well, early build, man.
Yeah, I
What
know.
the hell
Well,
do you
yeah, I know.
expect?
That's what I'm saying. That's a good thing. That's the only thing I saw in an.
So how
early
did you
build.
say that was a problem? What?
I was saying with that version, you dumb.
Okay, I only have one problem, but it's a good thing.
It's
What
a
the
good
fuck
thing
does that
because
mean?
nothing else is wrong, huh? The only thing I can find is something that only happened in early beta. Ever think of that?
Oh,
I'll take it.
Gloves are coming off.
But
Dun, 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 dun.
Fight.
I think it's serious time now because of that.
Serious time.
And now, serious time with James.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I only found one problem, but it was a good thing.
This has been Serious Time with James.
Eads wasn't here. Eads wasn't here. Eads been doing that.
The do.
So Eads wasn't here, so I had to do it.
So continue your bad but good thing.
Okay, so a couple of good things I saw were they had some very impressive amounts of lens flare in there. Not just any lens flare, though. The kind of lens flare... Is that a yawn?
The kind of
No, that
lens
was a sigh, I think.
We're talking about the lens flare.
Hey! You be quiet. Don't badmouth the lens flares.
So yeah,
Not
I
the
just thought it
normal
looked
level of
amazing.
Lens flare. It's
I
the
could go
sort of lens flare that cures cancer. Is
I
what
could
it
go
is.
into amazing detail about why that game looks so
No,
good, but I'm not going to.
You already were. When
I
they were
said
showing
I'm
it
not
off.
going to. I know I was, but I'm not going to now.
He was like, "Look at the speckles, the speckles. Look how they're running down the street. Look at how the sun is in the top right and how it shines. Look at the angle. It's
I'm tweeting that.
perpendicular."
Speckles.
Just static meshies.
The main thing I was saying that looked amazing was the foliage. And that is actually a huge thing because most games skimp on foliage because it's extremely intensive with the sub-pixel anti-aliasing they have to go through to make them look good with the masks.
Ah, yes, the sub-pixel anti-aliasing.
The foliage.
It's funny though, as I understand most of the things when you say it, but I still have to give you some grief for it. 'cause
I know.
I don't know what the
it's just-
fuck
it's-
he's saying.
It's a rule.
He just
I-
said
it's
it's
a griefer.
looking good, like it's a good-looking game.
It's a
instead of-
good-looking game. I said I was not going to go into detail, but you
You
had to give me a
did!
hard time
You know
about
what you
it.
could do, Jordan? You could come up with, you could make a show, target it for kids, and then you could just be like I said, the kids meshies or whatever. Like you make them sound all kitty-like, so that way people can understand.
All right,
it.
children, gather round now to time
Gather
to explain
round,
the
we're-
intricacies of the UDK. You know.
Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be scary.
Nice, kind of a Blue's Clues kind of thing. Can
Somebody said
you
Dora the
spot
Explorer with
good
Kutra.
looking
Can you-
foliage.
Can you spot the dynamic light in this scene?
What the fuck? You're gonna be like, what?
Can you tell me what's wrong with the texture streaming?
Mom, I don't know what he's talking about.
Very good.
And it's like, what's that, little shepherd? Oh, did you see something?
That would be one of those shows where you just be sitting there until they finally show you the answer. Like he has to say it himself.
It's here! Yay!
Which one do you want me to grab? That one. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Well, the thing with those shows
I'll
is like
take it.
the host is always like, "What? What are you talking
What?
about?" And
I
then the
don't
kid's
understand.
like,
Say it
it's
louder.
that one.
What, this one over
This
here?
one?
No. Oh, this one.
I always wanted a kid to just like flip out on him and be like, "I've been saying it over and over again.
Screw
retarded?
you, buddy.
How did you get on TV?"
So is there anything else about Battlefield?
Battlefield 3.
It's one day.
Oh yeah, you'd already said it, but they were talking about like their version of the Elite, Black Ops Elite, like a stat tracking, like Bungie.net, but with Battlefield. And at the end, he's like, "And this is all 100% free." And there's a
Yeah.
huge applause. Just taking a massive shot.
Yeah, there was a nice,
great.
like,
I
there was a
like that.
whole free thing in the air, like when they would mention.
That's
There was a
great.
few other people that would say that too. Like,
I think
is
that's
free.
awesome. They're sticking it to. They're making a point. Like, yeah, and all this
Yeah.
cool stuff we're doing for you. We
It's
don't have
free.
any sort of subscription thing for That's just we think it should be included with the game. I love it.
We would feel like
That's
criminals
just-
if we charged it for you. Charged
That's like
it to you.
it's like squeezing
Charge-
some lime into the wound of Infinity Ward. I like it.
Lime
Hopefully
isn't even
die a
that.
slow, horrible death.
What?
squeezing it in.
No,
Wait a
I'm sorry,
second.
Activision.
Last time I checked, lime was not very
Citric.
tart or citric fruit.
Are you kidding me?
Lime is actually very good
Lemon.
as a gin and tonic.
Lemon is the more aggressive
Lime
one.
The
would also
go-to.
work too. Okay, you know what, Jordan? Go get yourself a haircut.
Yeah, I'm gonna,
yourself.
I'm gonna,
Alright, tell me what
It's
happened.
time for a field test,
I'm gonna
Jordan.
do 2 little slits on
man
my
up.
arm, and I'm gonna
I
drop
think
a
it should
drop.
be another
in
serious
each.
time with James. Tell him.
I hold on one sec. Let me Google this myself. Lime hurt cuts.
Yeah, it's in this, someone's
Whoa,
saying in the chat.
Let's
Freak
see.
with an X. Freak spelled PH. Is saying lime is acidic. You dumb coot.
I know it's acidic, but the level of acidicness, I don't even know. That's the
Acidity?
word. Acidity, that's it. The level of acidity is more closer to a base, a neutral,
God.
than.
Oh my god!
This is like science
Try to
stuff.
talk science is hilarious.
Well,
That's
I don't
another
know
show.
everything.
Yeah, it
I'm not
actually
saying that I'm
says
some scientist.
lemon and lime have no use for cuts at all.
But
Well,
that's
no,
not what we're
it's not.
asking.
It's gonna just hurt it. Is all it's gonna
We're
do.
trying to see what hurts
Yeah, that's what it
worse.
says.
Keep talking about Battlefield.
Yeah,
Battlefield.
let's
Are
just drop
How did
this.
that even come up?
I don't know because
I
Max.
don't know. What are they gonna? Is that gonna be in like the first aid kit? Put some lime on it. Put some lemon on it right now.
Let's talk about something that everyone.
Garrus,
Okay.
put some lime in the wounds of our enemies.
Screw Metagel. Get those limes off that tree right there.
Move on.
Man, Horton's on the ball tonight then.
I am.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Okay, so Mass
No,
Effect
no
3.
unlockable beards, huh? In this one that we know of.
In what?
In Battlefield.
There was beard in the last one?
Yeah, there was no, that was Medal of Honor. Oh god.
What are you
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about? What are
Oh,
you
Lord,
talking
myself.
about? Man,
Lord,
we're all
man.
just on the ball tonight. Look at this.
We're on the ball?
Hey,
We are on the ball.
I think me and James
You're
are
off.
pretty. Me and James are pretty good.
Yeah, we haven't fucked up yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Not yet.
We'll see.
Down
We'll
tap.
see. We got a long creature talk ahead
that's
of
kind of
us,
how it
so.
is though. Like one of us embarrasses themselves, and then the next person who's calling them out on it shortly after embarrasses,
Embarrasses
themselves.
himself. So.
Hey, lest we forget racist Sly.
Oh man, yeah. I feel
Oh
better
my
already.
God, yeah. Let's not go down that road.
Okay, so
People wanna
Mass
do the archive.
Effect 3.
Yeah, it's time we talk some Mass Effect 3.
So
Yeah, let's
Okay, I'm
talk
gonna
about
go
how
take
you
it now.
guys
Not my
jizzed
conversation at
the
all,
minute
so.
they shot a gun. These
Oh.
two guys jizzed in the call.
you should have heard the sounds.
Oh my God, you listen to that sound.
Gun sound.
There was probably the most
sound.
the sound.
I mean,
Well,
I
they changed Morgan's
that way
voice
when
actor.
like a Resident Evil is shown. I don't even get that. Oh my God,
Yeah,
Jill! Oh.
That's something I want to talk about. Did they actually change the voice for Morden?
They did. That was a different voice actor.
because he did sound a little.
He sounded
different.
different, so it was definitely someone different.
He's probably
I know
not even a
that.
main character anymore. They said that.
No, he
like,
probably isn't.
Your entire team is not going to be with you.
Oh
anymore.
no, that's I never thought.
And I don't
it
think
would be.
I don't think I'd like to have my entire team. I want to meet new people.
Yeah, I want to meet new people too. I know for a fact that
Not even.
I think we should meet new people.
The interview they said that like they're just gonna focus on what like they got now, like developing them further. The ones that are
Although I
they'll
will
be
say-
adding.
I will say
they
that
won't
I,
add
I
anybody.
it better
No
not
one.
get rid of. It better not get rid of Tally because I have invested a lot of time into that relationship.
Are
And
you
I
kidding
wanna
me,
see
you
what she looks like.
Tallymancer?
I
Shut
wanna
up,
see
you
what she looks like.
Tallymancer.
is Tally the chick with the mask?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the Korean that
Counting those
looks ugly.
tallies.
Oh, she
It-
dead in my game.
You want to know what she looks like? I went into UDK and I looked at her model and I went under the
Like Jack?
mask.
She look like Jack.
Under the mask.
I went
She looks
under
like
the
Freddy Krueger.
mask and it looks like. And plus, if you read a description for what Quarians look like if you saw a Quarian without its envirosuit on, you would think it's like a reptile.
You know
They-
what?
they do
It's
not
okay.
look good.
I
That's
can see
surprising.
past it. I love her personality.
So what does she look like?
Yeah. Why?
I
does
just
it
think she
matter what
looks like a
Coots?
gray horse.
What?
What? Great horse. So like,
Okay.
Sarah Jessica Parker in alien form.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of a really good.
Oh wait, hold on. I got a good picture here. Let's see here.
Oh no.
Face isn't even like that far out.
Well,
that
I'm trying
she
to
could have
I'm trying to
big
look
ass
at like
nose.
Well, obviously they just put something. They didn't design her face so that way people could look at it and be like, oh, that's
like
what Tally looks
Carmine.
like. That's-
Carmine in Gears is actually the other dude. What's his face? The leader guy that dies in the one game. Forget his name
What?
because he died. The Carmine's model under his helmet is actually the other Kim. I think his name is
Kim?
that dies. Yeah, it's the same. It's like
It's
you see his
possible.
face. I just said that it is. It's not fucking possible. It's reality.
Possible.
Go fuck yourself.
But how about the Unreal Engine, man? Looking really good. Oh,
Oh yeah.
So, a couple
all you have
things.
to do is
DirectX
say
11.
Unreal Engine.
So it looks like, I'm not gonna like say for sure or anything. It looks like they have DX11, and it's almost looking like they have some actual real-time reflections built into Shep's armor, because he's got like a new material-looking thing on there, and it's nice and reflective, showing off what's going on everywhere.
basically everything's looking
They
super.
implemented new movement for Shepard, so he can like do more jumping and like
Yeah, like the little somersaults like to
rolling,
the sides,
somersaults, so it's
and
like,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
a little more mobile in battle, so you don't.
And
get
how about
stuck.
that Omni Blade?
Then the Omni
Oh.
Blade. Yeah, you know what's cool? You know what's interesting? That may not be for every class, though.
That's true. Yeah.
Which
Didn't I
would
bring
be.
that up?
Yeah, you did. And what would be really cool? That means that there's something cool like that for every single other class, and they could implement more classes.
Now, do we know that for sure, or are you just going to say
I'm
something?
I'm just
Now
speculating.
you're going to be disappointed.
That's because when we
Yeah.
were watching it, I was like, I wonder if that's
You
going to
wonder
be
if that's
for every
for-
class.
It's possible though that it's a universal thing though, because it seems pretty.
How would
I
that
don't know,
make sense though if those other guys, like the other classes, don't use that thing?
I don't know. That's what I was saying. It's pretty plain and non-specific to be.
And if those other classes don't use it, then everybody's gonna pick the ones that do.
You
Then
know
you got
what I
broken.
know?
You never know.
You know what they did that I was hoping that they would do? They brought back grenades.
Grenades, and this time they're not the
Like
grenades
the
that fly
yeah,
10
saucer
years.
Sort of.
The saucer
They're
ones. They actually
actual
brought real grenades with the
grenades.
physics that bounce around and blow up and stuff, which should be awesome.
Whoa, grenades, man! Like
But-
every other fucking game doesn't have grenades by default. Whoa! I
Puddle
pulled
jumper in the
Jizzy
chat.
right now.
No, we're not ignoring everyone. Still looking at the chat.
James.
Yeah. People.
Can't believe it. A grenade.
You should have heard the sounds of that assault rifle though.
Oh boy.
Sounds like boring. People have been bringing up. What do you guys think about the whole same-sex relationships in Mass Effect 3? I think that's interesting.
I don't care. I think that was James is probably the only one that's gonna like that.
Ooh.
To watch him and Caden get down.
No,
I mean,
no,
it's nice that
he's dead.
they're covering all the
Oh, he's dead
demographics as
for you,
opposed to
okay.
not allowing that.
Yeah. Caden's
Yeah, well,
dead.
there's a bunch of whiners that were saying, "Oh, why don't you allow gay relationships?" And it's like, who even cares?
Watch Fox stir up a whole
And
big
Fox
thing
is
again.
gonna get going now because
Maybe they learned their lesson
they
from last time.
You know what's cool? You know what? That not cool, but you know what's interesting? Is
Gay
that
sex is
BioWare-
cool.
is that BioWare probably implemented that just to get some kind of controversy
Yeah, maybe.
and get Fox raging about it, because that's probably one of the main reasons Mass Effect took off, is because it raised so much controversy that they had the sex scenes in their game.
Gives a shit.
I know, but that's
It's
the
a,
funny
well,
thing
there's a
was-
sex scene in this movie coming out. Let's make a big deal. No, nobody does that. It's a rated M game.
Yeah,
For the
what I
love of-
want to know is weird is that
But that's just it.
If you
It's a
look at God
rated
of
M
War-
game, and that's up to the parents to decide if the kids are
it's,
going to watch
it's
it
no
or not.
different than a rated R movie. It's no different.
Yep.
that's ridiculous.
Why? And that's just
I'm pretty
it.
sure they did that for the controversy though, so they can get a little more publicity.
Well,
Which
it
is
works
a
for Grand
pretty-
Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Well, was it necessary for the story, or did it just add fun to the
Oh,
story?
well, no, it's something that you develop to with the love.
Something that you always
relationships.
wanted to do, but you'll never do in real life. So it's better to do it in the game.
I mean,
But
sure,
no,
it's
seriously,
not
is it
needed,
part?
but-
Because again, I don't know Mass Effect story at all because I never played it. So, is it part? Is it? Add
Well, I
to
think
the
Shepard
story?
might go insane if he doesn't get laid every once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a man.
He's a big
And
hero,
or
but,
woman.
he's gotta release some tension. He's gotta get rid of
I
that
mean-
stress.
Yeah, it's just it's
We
one
should
of those
probably,
things.
as much as I want to talk about Mass Effect constantly, we probably should keep moving forward because we still got a lot of stuff. to
Yeah,
talk
it's been
about.
a good long time.
Okay,
talking
It's been
so
a good
Mass
long
Effect-
time.
Bullet
Mass Effect.
sounds.
Move
Oh my
on.
god.
Mass Effect 3 is going to be amazing. Game of the year, game of the decade.
You know what
Yeah,
we
you
haven't
can.
talked about yet? Mass Effect 3. Let's talk about some
Let's talk about Mass
3.
Effect.
There's
3.
no way Mass Effect coming out in Q1 of 2012 is going to get Game of the Year for 2012.
It was Q1 for the last one too, I believe.
There's gonna be a lot of. I bet you any money, there'll be another Rockstar game, and like that'll probably be towards the end of the year. And that'll probably be the one that gets it.
Red Dead Redemption 2,
Yeah, Rockstar games usually get it.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5. All right, so
Or an
you want to move on to?
Well, it wouldn't be Red, because there's a Red Dead
Red.
Revolver, so it'd be something Red Dead something. Red Dead
Okay.
Rapture.
Well, and spoilers, it would have to
It's
be
not
with-
Bioshock. What are you doing?
So do
Red
we want to
Dead
move on?
Anus.
We want to move on to another conference.
Perfect. I don't know what else E3. I mean, fucking
yay,
there was
E3.
as much as you fucked up already.
Hey,
you don't
I'm
get to
taking
call
this
me
for
out. What are you
granted.
doing?
Hey,
Because I fucked up one letter,
yeah. Wait, I gotta take what I.
and I
get
was gonna
here.
say them in the same sentence too. So it was
Okay,
gonna
so-
be like, I don't know what else EA did at E3. They were close together. It was there, and it wasn't my fault.
people make mistakes, Jordan. He's
Exactly.
owning up to
And
it.
Sometimes
I
you just
can't.
gotta learn
I
that. No.
can't say that. You guys.
No, you're talking about lines and cuts and stuff. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Okay, Ubisoft.
Red Dead Revelations.
Hey,
There's a
What
lot
else
of
did
wind
you-
whipping around here. My internet goes out. Sorry, guys. It
The
was
wind's
nice
gonna
knowing
take
you.
out your internet.
Quick, we gotta
no.
go. This could be
It's
bad.
brewing.
He's the one streaming.
It's the happening. It's happening.
But Ubisoft. Let's see, they had a couple very
Oh, Assassin's
hard-hitting
Creed.
titles. So we're gonna start out.
Wait, what's
Assassin-
Bioshock? What is Bioshock? Is
Bioshock
that,
sucks.
Infinite. Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, well, what company is that?
Take two.
Take.
2K. Sorry, 2K. 2K. I'm a
Wait.
dumbass.
You know, the funny thing is, those are they Take Two owns 2K, so it's really confusing.
Yeah. Well, that's why I get confused. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2K.
Alright, well,
well-
Ubisoft then,
What
they actually
the hell is
had
that
a
whole
pretty-
Mr. Caffeine thing that I keep hearing
What?
about? That was like there was some guy there apparently that they called him Mr. Caffeine. I didn't see Ubisoft, but I heard it was like
Oh, the dude that
super
was
fail.
hyper as shit. I think that was it the Ubisoft guy?
Mr.
Yeah, I
Caffeine.
think so.
It was
That's
the
what people
Ubisoft
were
guy.
saying. That's what people were saying when we mentioned Ubisoft.
Yeah, that dude.
Yep, there goes Max's internet.
Happened.
Crap.
The wind took him out.
Wow.
See if we stay on air here. Uh
No,
We
they're
just
saying
get-
cut out.
oh.
Did we die? Did we go?
Great.
Did we lose?
Max. Who else can stream? Crap.
Oh no! Yeah, he's streaming, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, the stream's
We're
still,
still
going. though.
on. We're still
Yeah,
on.
no, they're all saying sound be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did his
Well-
sound go off?
I
iTunes
don't know.
exclusive. Not really.
I guess you guys right now listening are on iTunes, and thank you for downloading Creature Talk. Go ahead and download it. If you haven't already downloaded it, but you're downloading it, never mind.
What the hell are you talking about now, man?
I don't want to hear it, okay?
You're not even streaming.
I was talking to the iTunes viewers, they should
Should
get a
I
little
pause the
attention.
chat and let them know?
That Adobe plugin has
Go for
crashed
it.
for me. I gotta restart it. Great. Here we go. We're gonna get a loud ad right in the middle of the iTunes thing. I'm actually gonna stop.
Why do you even need to play it?
Internet Explorer, whatever.
Hear us yet? Hold on, they can't hear us.
Okay. Please don't go do an ad. Please don't do an ad.
Oh, ad
gonna-
for me.
No, an ad! Oh, no,
God
no
damn
ad.
it.
No ad.
New
Never
news
mind.
stream.
All
Yeah, I
right,
got
they
an
can hear
ad
us now.
too.
We're back.
Oh, we're
We are
dropping
back.
viewers.
Hold on, wait for the ad.
I still have a stupid ad, damn it.
I do too.
We'll wait
Oh,
for the
it's
ads
the
to
wrong. It's the wrong background image.
It's okay.
Oh
it
my
doesn't matter.
God.
Doesn't matter.
I'll switch it out. Let's switch it out. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I predicted it. My internet dropped, so
Good thing you mentioned it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
otherwise
it is.
it'd be,
It is a good thing.
really
Is it
weird.
is it windy or raining or what?
it was just super windy, and I was getting really hairy out, and then all of a sudden it dropped. So I don't know. We're back now, though.
Yeah, we are back.
What were we even
I'll look
talking
back
about?
and get in the-
We were. What were we?
Ubisoft,
talking about?
Ubisoft, that was right.
Ubisoft.
We're
Ubisoft,
starting
Mr.
Ubisoft.
Caffeine, and
So
What?
yeah, that guy was like all nuts about the way he was presenting. Like he was so like he kept trying to cut jokes every so often, and it was just it was horrible.
Yeah, was he the guy who was just trying to just joke around, but he's failing at every single?
Yeah, At least he was enthusiastic about
Yeah,
it.
he was
I
really
mean,
enthusiastic. I remember
he's the only
that.
presenter that actually seemed like he was happy to be there.
I know everyone else is like,
Here's
Ridge
our game."
Racer.
It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer.
The one thing, like I was saying before about E3, like how you already know a bunch of the shit going in, and then usually it's it's a bunch of sequels, at least at the past couple E3s. But even though it is a sequel, Ubisoft kept Far Cry 3 under wraps, which was pretty surprising to see that.
That
Because
was-
just
yeah,
sitting
that
there
was a
watching
shock.
the demo, and I was like,
Yeah, we didn't really hear anything.
"What is this?"
at all?
Like,
I knew exactly what it was as soon as, well, one, as soon as I heard the sounds, and then two, when I saw the weapons flashing. I even called it. Because that game is very... I've played like hundreds of hours of Far Cry 2 back in the day. When
so you knew that
Never played
sound right off the bat,
I
huh?
knew it right off the bat.
Like, that's
Never
Far
played it.
Cry
I was
right
like, that
there.
is Far Cry 3 right there.
Whoa.
That's Far Cry 3. And
Whoa.
that guy was pretty crazy, though, that insane guy.
Well, it's pretty surprising to see that, though. The demo looked really good.
Oh, it did, yeah.
The dude talking about, like, the definition of insanity and all that. That was
definition of insane.
pretty good,
Insanity? Cats?
voice acting on that guy. He was into it. He was into that
He was
role.
into it.
Mm.
Kind of a wacko.
I actually wish I could have played as that guy and went around and told people what the definition
missed it.
was. You missed it. What the hell?
Well, I
So was
didn't
there
watch
anything really,
any
like-
of them, so.
Was there anything really that like stood out from Ubisoft, or was it kind of just
Uh,
like a meh conference?
Yeah,
Assassin's
that-
Creed?
Assassin's Creed Revelations?
That's the thing.
But they
that's why I'm
already
asking.
showed that before.
I know, but their trailer
That trailer was
was
amazing.
the most amazing thing.
Yeah, the trailer looked really
that
good.
was like, it just, not only was it just amazingly put together, but the way Ezio is presented is the most, like, he could like kill 100 Chuck Norrises. If that's, I'm trying to relate to people on the internet, he could kill 100 Chuck Norrises without he could be blindfolded and just be like,
But you know he's gonna
What's the
die
thing
in
that-
this one, right?
he's not gonna die.
He's gonna die.
That's why-
He's not
Holy
gonna
shit.
die.
Well, he's
That's
like
the
50.
whole
He's like
deal
50.
of why they're showing the progression of age. He's gonna die.
He's not gonna die.
Maybe.
He's gonna die.
We
He's not
need
gonna
an
die.
animated Assassin's Creed movie right
He
now.
did.
He's only like 40 something.
He's 50.
Or
He's in his
maybe
50s.
he'll find
50s.
an animus from the future, and then
'Cause
he'll
I
go into
just-
that animus and
Oh
go
my
even
God.
further back into.
Yeah, you know what was cool is I actually just the other day I finished Assassin's Creed 2 and I was very surprised at the ending. So I
it was good,
immediately went on Steam and bought Brotherhood and
See?
downloaded it.
You're
And
welcome
I
for me
just
getting you
started it.
Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, that was I have to say that was amazing. So
I like the ending. for that
I'm
one.
starting Assassin's Creed. And how old is Ezio in 2? I mean, at Brotherhood, is he like in his 30s or 40s?
He's old enough not to
He's
die
older.
yet.
I think he's in it because in
has
the
the beard
demo
now.
for Revelations it says 1511 and it's 1500 in the beginning of Brotherhood. So I can imagine. So he'd have to be like, I think he's in his late 40s in Revelations then, because he can't be in his 40s in Brotherhood. Can
Hey, listen to this. Yeah, that's severe thunderstorm warning.
No
So
one
it's
is
not
here.
AOL?
Yeah,
That's
Better not go
AOL.
again.
that's dial-up. That's what that is.
I have that. I have that dial-up sound on my computer.
I don't know what
those
else.
are the good old
Well, they
days.
had they showed Ghost Recon.
Yeah, hey, we're not done with Assassin's Creed.
You were
is,
just
The
saying-
reason why,
What
like,
are you saying
What,
about
what
it?
is the name of that? What is the name of the
Uh,
I mean, not the temple. That the city that the assassins had.
I don't remember.
Oh,
That
damn it! I know.
you would
but I
know.
can't.
It's like I'll say
Masayev.
yeah, something like Masayev. But that's
It
where
is.
Ezio is at. He like journeys back, so I think he's like looking for.
But it's
answers.
Assassin
overrun with
equivalent
Templars.
to Tortuga in Pirates
No.
of the Caribbean.
Not at all.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry.
but yeah, it's overrun with Templars. Is the whole thing. I've read the entire article in Game Informer. It's very
okay.
interesting.
They showed
Well,
the
there's a lot
gameplay
of
on it. The
you guys to
gameplay looks
sound
pretty
off
much the
about it.
same.
Yeah,
I
it's
missed
pretty
that conference,
similar.
so you guys got to fill
lot-
me in.
A lot of it
Yeah,
takes
I
place
didn't,
in
I didn't see any of it.
Constantinople.
Yeah, that's like the because that's the part where he's going on the boat. He needs to go to the Holy Land.
They introduced this new kind of not repelling, but you have on your hidden blade, you have a hook on it now, and you can kind of like skyline across lines across the
Oh
city.
yeah, there's a bunch of like
yeah.
zip lines
So
set
it's like
up
a quick,
for you.
yeah, it's like a quick travel kind of thing. So you can, since I mean Istanbul is huge. Well, Istanbul, Constantinople, it's the same thing.
It's a big sandbox, right?
Constantinople. Yeah, it's well. I mean, Assassin's Creed has always been kind of like that, but Istanbul is huge, so it helps you get across it
It's
faster.
pronounced Istanbul.
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 Now, what about are they going to do a multiplayer?
Yeah, I think they're they're
yeah.
keeping
Yeah, there was a multiplayer in the last one.
Yeah, if there's one.
It's
Pretty much the same thing.
Well,
I guess.
the
Yeah,
Brotherhood wasn't a Brotherhood mainly just for multiplayer?
No.
No, it was a full game. I was confused when they were marketing it originally too,
Yeah,
because
I
I thought
was
it was just
too.
a multiplayer game. I think they kind of did a poor job on marketing that, but it's just like a continuation of Assassin's Creed 2 with a multiplayer component that is separate from the game. But it kind of ties into the story a little bit, I think, the multiplayer. I never played it, though. I've only played the single player on Brotherhood.
I just started it, and that game is fun. I'm really
It's fun.
interested
It's like
to see
Assassin's Creed 2,
the more
just-
progression of Desmond and what's going on there, because he's like turning into,
Oh, well, yeah. Brotherhood has a good ending, then.
What?
You'll be hooked. See,
Oh,
they
boy.
kind of have cliffhanger-ish endings, so Revelations is supposed to tie up...
And like when you're in
It's
the
supposed
middle of a cutscene, they're like, oh, drops.
Yeah, so Revelations is supposed to tie up the Ezio storyline and the Altair storyline, because Altair was kind of left up in the air with because they went from Altair to Ezio and they never really finished.
Does anyone
Altair.
even really care about him anymore?
Yeah, that's what's
Altair?
funny
I mean,
is,
the first one was kind of eh.
I honestly don't care about him anymore. I care more about
Yeah.
Ezio.
See, the thing is Ezio.
Ezio has
They're
personality.
working off of stuff that Altair did after the first game. Like apparently he did some amazing things and became like the most legendary assassin ever.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're working off of. So now they've got to go back and explain that more.
Somebody said AC3 should be in World War II
What? What?
Oh,
because
I remember-
Revelation.
speaking
Where do you
of
think they're
World
going to go
War
after
II,
it?
I remember when Assassin's Creed like had just came out and like people had finally beaten it and they're all speculating. I remember people saying, the next Assassin's Creed is going to be, in Japan, and because they had like tried to decipher all the writing on the wall.
Yeah,
And then,
all the
but
nonsense.
I actually saw a couple people say Italy. Like a lot of people were saying Italy, so they'd actually
Yeah.
figured something out. And I think one was in what's it called? Somebody had mentioned Egypt, which doesn't really make that much sense.
Climbing on the pyramids.
That's about all you can climb in Egypt. A lot of desert, all the statues and stuff.
Well, anyway, next topic.
now you're finally done.
Yep.
Wait. Let me watch the trailer.
Let's talk about Mass
Let's watch
Effect
the
3 again.
Oh man.
Assassinate Hitler, somebody said.
What else did Ubisoft have? They actually had. Well, this is like the two big games that stuck out for me at E3. This was one of them. The from Gearbox, the Brothers in Arms Furious 4, which is like World War II or whatever.
It's like Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, it's like Inglorious Bastards, but it's kind of like got this
It's
Borderlands
comical. Yeah, it's more
like
comical.
look to it. That because he came out and he was like, well, they gave us this task to do a World War II game or something like unique, and they were like, sure, we'll take that.
So yeah, that's a good thing that they can do that, because there's a lot of World War II games on the market, and that's like one of the reasons I didn't buy World at War, because I've played countless World War II games in all shapes and forms. Like I've gone through D-Day probably in about 10 different games,
Yeah.
and it's it's all the same stuff, but it'd be cool to see if they can actually make something that's really different.
But the other game that stuck out was the Overstrike one from Insomniac. That was the other one that stuck out to me. Like those are just like new games like
New
that.
IPs that
That are just like something new other than the same old shit. So those are probably like my top two favorites coming out of E3. Like at least the press conference wise. So that was pretty cool. Overstrike. I don't even know if they confirmed co-op or not, but more than likely probably
it seems
will.
it seems like a game that would have co-op. We were watching that trailer. That one
Yes.
guy jumping around like a creature.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in the chat mention certain games. We will get to them.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Whoever keeps people just keep saying Skyrim. Shut up.
Skyrim is on my list too. You dumb pieces
Yeah,
of
we'll
shit.
get to it. Well, something we probably won't get to that I want to mention is The Darkness 2. I don't know if you guys played The Darkness.
Actually,
the first
I didn't
one.
even have that on my list.
I figured you wouldn't, and so that's why I mentioned it. Just because I think a couple people mentioned it in the chat. That I loved the first game. The first game was very good, and so I'm
I
excited.
actually like the first one too, even though I don't like
Yeah.
it too well. But
Yeah, well,
I think
it's
I'm
been
gonna
like
be
4
on-
years since that came out. So
and Prey.
What is that noise?
What is that?
we have to assume any echo and excess noise is coming from Junk.
He's
I'm
beating
pretty sure
somebody
that's
with
the-
a keyboard.
And then he's not even like listening to us.
I'm not gonna acknowledge it. I'm just not gonna
Okay.
acknowledge it.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Oh, I meant to rip that guy from last week who sounded like that guy and play it in Pamela. But didn't.
That was easy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next, James? What are we gonna
It was
talk
funny,
about?
just like kind of mentioning it a little bit of ahead of time before we get to the Nintendo stuff. But they were interviewing the Assassin's Creed guy. I don't know if it was the creative director or something like that. But they asked him to comment on the Wii U, like the name itself, and he was just like, no comment. Like he was just like laughing. He was like, no comment. I don't even want to say anything about the name. I found that to be pretty funny though.
Mm.
I don't know what else Ubisoft really had other than that.
Oh, people. I think Sly Cooper, was that a Ubisoft game?
Well, I think that was for Sony though, in the Sony press.
Rayman.
I have that on the list, and there's Sly Cooper. I don't really know
Rayman.
much about Sly Cooper. I was gonna get the collector's edition with all 3 of them for PS3. I never got the chance to, but that's supposedly, I guess, I don't think it's made by Sucker Punch, but I know a lot of the the stuff going into Infamous was kind of looked at from Sly Cooper. So I think I'll probably end up liking it. So I don't know.
Liking it on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm gonna like that shit on there.
Follow us on Twitter.
Look at Skyrim, since everyone doesn't want to shut up about Skyrim.
I'm okay. For the people who are typing Skyrim in the chat, or any game, if you do that, I'm going to ban you. Stop doing that.
All right, I'm back.
Stop
Bring me up to
asking
speed.
where people are. People have
I've already
lives.
explained that.
Bring me
Yeah,
up to
we
speed.
did
What
already
happened?
explain that actually.
Oh, they were just talking about Ubisoft
Let's
stuff.
see.
I had to
People
step away. I got
spamming.
some real bad allergies right now, so I had to put some eye drops in there. And my eyes are real itchy.
I'll take
Do
it.
you want to
The
move on
wind's
to
not helping
Sony
with that.
or?
No, I was talking
Nintendo?
about Skyrim because that wasn't during any of the press conferences. That was just kind of there.
Yeah.
But I
Misfit
seen they
toy?
had there was a good bit of gameplay footage that they showed on it when the guy was explaining. He was showing how like you have a shield in your left hand, and, your sword in your right, and that he was saying that you can like fully customize what you have in each hand, like left triggers, left hand, right triggers, right hand. And he was saying like I guess it would even be possible to just have 2 shields, like a dumb shit, and just run around with 2 shields in each of your hand. He said like every one-handed weapon can be pretty much dual wielded. And then when it comes to magic, you could have like a healing power in your left hand, sword in your right hand, and you can have at it like that. And then you could have like 2 healing powers in each hand. And then if you push both the triggers at the same time, you'll actually combine them, like put your hands together and combine them both to make a more powerful spell. And I guess doing that, you could probably mix and match other shit like fire, ice, whatever the fuck else
I was
they
just
have.
gonna say fire and ice.
Yeah, like anything else that they have in there. But I thought what was really cool about Skyrim when he actually got outside and he was free roaming around, they showed the dragons. And he was saying that the dragons aren't scripted in, so dragons can appear anytime they want. Like he fought a dragon. Right after he killed the one dragon, another dragon came.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're boned if 2 come at you at once.
So wait, the
Like 8 dragons come at once.
what's with all the dragons? Why are there so many of them?
Maybe it's just not scripted, just
Just,
random.
is that
like-
just part of the story though? There's dragons everywhere.
Oh yeah, I guess they probably been wanting to do dragons for a while.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those things, and it's probably really heavy on the dragons. I think they're because you have another power other than magic and stuff, and it's like a dragon power. I don't know what exactly it's called, but you get something from the dragons, like their soul or some shit. Like you can use like a dragon power, like a push power, kind of like the force or something, and you can use there's another one like dragon's breath where you can actually, I guess, breathe fire. And then there was one that he showed off which kind of controls the weather a little bit, I guess. It makes a thunderstorm. And
Weather machine.
What, the machine?
I said weather machine.
Oh yeah. Like he killed the one dragon, he got the ability, and then he was going after the other dragon, and then the like a thing of lightning came down and hit the other dragon, and then he was saying if the dragon is damaged because it's flying around in circles or whatever, when it tries to land, it's not gonna land like normal, like it's all healthy. It landed on its fucking face. Like, this big ass dragon hit the ground and slid like a good 15 feet, and you can actually see the trail of rubble and everything
That's
that the dragon
awesome.
was behind. Like, all this rubble and everything's coming up because the dragon hit real hard. But that looked pretty good.
Can you jump on top of the backs of them and fly them around?
I have no idea.
Guess we'll find out when Skyrim is released, whenever it's released.
Yep.
Yay!
Yay!
It looked really
Alright,
good,
so you wanna-
though. I mean, some people were questioning the combat, and it looked like he was having a hard time just facing, like, 2 guys in the gameplay, so I don't know how the combat's gonna hold up, but everything else they were showing with the dragons and all that looked really good. Pretty nifty.
Yay. I'm not a
Alright.
big fan of the Elder Scrolls game, but
Oh, really? You guys didn't watch
Sure.
anything on Skyrim or anything like that?
I'm not.
I just
don't
watched.
find
The only
those
one I got a
games
chance to
entertaining.
watch was Nintendo.
Man, you guys are so half-assed, unprepared.
I had to
I saw
work,
Sony.
and I don't watch.
Yeah, I had to work too.
You know, I don't watch.
I'm
the
like the
streams
only
later.
one who knows about the shit that they're showing.
Hey,
I only really
saw
paid to
some
day one.
stuff.
I should get
Well, you
major
guys- you
kudos
guys are-
for
you guys
actually
are-
knowing about these.
You
Other
guys
than just
waited to
Mass
talk
Effect.
about Sony and Nintendo for the last thing, and I saw most of Microsoft. I was still going to watch all the conferences, but
I missed Microsoft. I was
Well,
bummed.
have
Skyrim
time.
wasn't on the conference anyway, though.
Okay, what are we doing next?
Let's go to Sony.
Nintendo. Oh, you want to do
Sony.
Sony? All right,
What-
Sony.
Well,
Let's
we
go
had
over
some
Sony
other
and Nintendo.
random shit on here.
we have too
No,
much
wait.
to talk about. We just got to hit the big
All
stuff.
right, well, Sony, yeah, they
You
had
got to wake up
Uncharted,
4 in the morning.
Uncharted 3.
I do.
Then you might have another
Uncharted
windstorm.
looking amazing. It's looking pretty awesome. It's kind of one of those games. That's one of the big games for Sony that's made me want to get a PS3. Though the PSN being down did not
What
help
game?
that cause. Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Oh yeah.
I
You
don't
mean
know.
Firefly
It's
the game?
Firefly the game.
That I actually missed, so I didn't get to see much of Uncharted.
Oh, who didn't
So
do their
prepared.
research now?
So
You should have been watching
unprepared.
every
Hey,
single little
It's on
thing.
the PlayStation Vita version of it, or whatever
there you go.
fucking game they got coming out.
I'm
with that
confused. Is
Uncharted.
it the same thing? Is it just ported to the Vita, or is it like?
No, it's a brand new game. I think it's a whole different
Okay.
company on it
because
too.
I was getting confused by people reporting that it seemed like it was the same game just on handheld because the Vita is extremely powerful, and so I wasn't sure if they would run full PlayStation games on there. But we'll talk about that later. But yes, Uncharted 3.
I'll run through my
actually
notes
really
for the
excited.
Sony press conference.
Okay, here we go.
Start it out with you guys. No, I'll do it quick, and I'll get you guys input on it. Started out with Jack Tretton, their CEO or whatever. He comes out, and he did address the whole PSN.
I like how someone's saying Sly
issue.
Cooper 4 is the best game ever, even though it's nowhere near out yet. You're great. Okay, continue.
But anyways, he came out. He
You're
talked
great.
about it. He did a pretty good job. He kind of went the route that I thought that they were going to go. They played kind of like the humility card, you know, addressing the devs and the retailers and stuff like that, saying that he was sorry to them. He was happy about the support that he received from them, and blah 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 blah. And he
Talking
kind of
about
got
being down?
yeah.
Yeah, I heard
And
that
the
they
thing
did
is,
an
too-
apology.
Yeah, I've always kind of liked. Oh, what is this? So unprofessional. I've always
My
liked
mother-
Sony's CEO because like he just seems like a down to earth guy. Like he doesn't seem like he's putting on that, you know, this is PR stuff. Blah 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 blah. He seems pretty down to earth and just talking from the heart. So he's a big softy. But no, anyways, they did a good job. And then they talked about something called Cinema Now, which is kind of like stream movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I actually have that on my. I got like some gift cards for that when I got my Blu-ray player or my TV. It's pretty much like Netflix, but
yeah, that's what I figured it was. Kind of like a little Netflix.
Yeah, it's pretty much Netflix, but you have to pay money like per movie, and it's
Cinema Now.
I think the only thing is they have a little more like newer stuff in there. That's pretty much the only difference.
Yeah. And then after that, they went ahead and brought out the Uncharted 3 demo. And it's basically just Nathan Fillion, I was going to say.
Nathan Drake.
Well, they're both called Nathan, too.
It's outrageously confusing.
Well,
so many similarities.
Anyways, he started out, he's on a boat, and he's like kind of like, trying to get his bearings or whatever. He's going around on the boat, basically being all stealthy and killing bitches. And I guess they have a promo through Subway where you can play the entire competitive multiplayer. The finish.
They had something like that for Infamous too, because some
multiplayer.
people had Infamous 2 through Subway as well.
Yeah,
but it's not
even the beta.
It's not a beta. It's the full
the actual
multiplayer finished before the game comes out.
Yeah, that's what it had
much
for
at Subway.
Infamous 2. Yeah, that was Infamous 2. They have a full game.
Wait,
I don't know where Subway's pulling the shit out though.
Wait. What do you have to do to get that?
I don't know specifics, so they didn't really go into detail. They just said that there's going to be like a kind of promo or like thing going on with Subway. You can go and get access to the full competitive multiplayer before the game comes out.
There's like 7-Eleven selling games and shit. It's like random.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
funny.
out there.
You walk into a Subway about to eat, and there's this huge rack of games.
Yeah,
Pick a game. They have it in the deal, like, you want to make that a meal with a game? Oh yeah, $60. Let's do it.
You get
So
this
what I noticed-
exclusive DLC with this sub.
What I noticed too is M from 007 is in the new Uncharted, which is kind of cool.
Oh, Judi Dench.
Of course, you would know her name.
Judy Dench.
Dame Judi Dench.
For those who don't know, Dan is sort of like kind of like a resident movie buff, knows actors' names and
Know
all
it
that
all.
stuff. Yeah.
I know all.
Incessant know-it-all would be a better word for it, or phrase.
Hey, I don't pull it out like static messages.
You don't pull it out.
Someone
don't
said
pull
that
it
there
out.
actually
I
is a
stay in.
Subway in Infamous, so maybe they'll have an actual Subway in Uncharted. Like it'll just be
maybe.
sitting there.
Maybe a whole cinematic sequence is him just walking into
Eating a sub.
like he's in the middle of this really like action-packed scene. All of a sudden, he just kind of stops and walks into a Subway. Gets
Everybody
a sub.
he, like stops the bad guys. Everyone stop.
Everyone stops. He just walks in there, takes a couple bites, and then runs out and gets back into the fighting.
All right, and then after
like
that
it.
they went to Resistance 3.
Never played any of the Resistance.
It looked
games.
kind of
Those look
interesting.
really good. They look really
Yeah,
good.
it looks
visually,
really good,
but I've never played
graphic-wise
it.
and visually. And I guess they have a sharpshooter bundle that's going to include, the PS3 shooter, kind of gun controller thing, an eye
Yes,
camera,
I saw that.
a Move, PlayStation Move, and the game for $150. So, if you guys are interested in that,
What's this
that's
other
there.
bundle that I was hearing? This 3D TV bullshit.
I can tell you about that. It's on my
Yeah,
notes.
they
It's
announced
coming
a
up.
Sony
getting to
3D TV bundle.
It's coming up.
Oh, I guess
the other
that's
thing they
true.
went to right after Resistance 3 was God of War Origins Collection, which are it's the previous God of War games remastered in HD, as well as Eco and Shadow of the Colossus. So
They
you guys are
already
fans-
did God of War remastered.
Yeah, I have them. I have God of War remastered sitting
what
on my
the
shelf
fuck is
right
that?
over
They're
here.
redoing a redo?
I don't know what
no.
specific games are being remastered. I would assume it's something different.
I heard about the Shadow of Colossus and the other. Like
But it's
I
called
really
God of
Remastered
War
for 3D.
Origins
Somebody said remastered for 3D.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Really? That's wow.
So they're just repackaging it again.
They're like, we're not
I
gonna make
guess.
any more God of Wars, but we're damn sure gonna milk this shit
Somebody
out.
said
I'll tell you what.
remastered.
Yeah.
I guess if you're a real big fan of the series and if that's
And you
important
want to waste
go
money
for
on
it,
a
yeah.
3D version of it. Might as well
here's
just
my
waste the
money,
money
take
on
it.
a TV too at the same time that shows the stuff in 3D.
A Sony
And
TV.
speaking of the TV, that's the next thing they mentioned. They got 2 new 3D hardware products: the PlayStation branded 3D display, which is a 24-inch TV, and it's also does HD as well. The thing that's kind of interesting about the TV though is the way, I don't know what the tech is behind it, but they have it so where 2 people can be playing on the same TV and they each see a different image, so you're not looking at a split screen.
Yeah, it's because with 3D you use left eye and right eye kind of stuff.
Right.
So when you're looking through the lenses, you're seeing 2 different feeds. So if you're doing it multiplayer, your glasses will just be showing you left eye, and then for the other person it's just right eye. So you see one image, they see the other. That's really interesting. That's crazy.
This
so
is
you don't have to
all
do
over
split
one
screen.
screen.
Yeah.
This is all
Yes,
on
One screen. You will
It
be
wouldn't be.
seeing
It
one
wouldn't.
image.
It wouldn't be
split screen.
actual 3D. It wouldn't be 3D multiplayer then, because
No,
they
it wouldn't
have
be
to-
3D.
Yeah,
But
that's the
you
thing.
can-
Unless
but
they
still, that's
split
not
saying
that.
tech.
Unless they split
No,
that
that's-
signal. That'd
Two
be pretty
TVs.
insane.
2 TVs in one.
It'd be
So this
like-
crazy.
is this is like 2. You can play 2 games like layered on top of each other.
Well, it's the same game. It's multiplayer. It's like split screen multiplayer.
Oh, so
just-
then
It's
somebody
just 2
like,
different feeds. The way the whole 3D setup, they can.
but they're like
make it
on
so that
top of
with
each
one-
other though, and just somebody.
Yeah,
gets
but
left.
you can only see your eye, because that's the way the.
Yeah.
So like if you have the left eye.
Well, that's
portion-
just gonna make people not want the opposite eye, and they're gonna cut it out.
What?
horrible
No, you
idea.
see
What
one.
the
You don't.
No,
you
okay,
see
so
it as
in a
one
3D
flat
TV,
image.
yeah, in a 3D
No.
TV, there's 2 images being crossed. That's the way 3D works.
Yeah, they're
One's
not
for your
like-
left
they're
eye,
not
one's
like-
for your right
Talking
eye.
You don't have to have
eyeballs.
one eye closed. No.
You don't have to do anything
No.
different
No.
with the glasses
When
to
you're-
separate
yeah,
the image.
it's- Okay.
So to-
Explanation. You have left eye. You have right eye. When you're playing in 3D
So it's built into
regularly,
the glasses. It's built into the glasses.
yes, one eye is
Yeah, yeah.
seeing one signal. The right eye is seeing the other. When you're playing
So
multiplayer,
you don't have to cut out
they-
any eyes.
No, you don't have to
Yeah.
cut out any eyes. When
No,
you're playing multiplayer,
no eye.
you'll
Yeah,
both
I thought of
lenses
Van
will
Gogh
just be
cutting
left
the ear
eye.
off.
I'm thinking somebody like playing with a patch, like
No.
someone's playing with a patch on their left eye. The
Comes
other
with
one
an eye
playing with a
patch.
on their
Comes
right.
with
Yeah,
comes with
comes-
2 eye
That would
patches.
be
Comes with a
hilarious.
strategic eye patch with a microphone on it for
That'd be great.
convenient multiplayer.
Ventilated for your comfort.
But I think that's a really
No, but-
interesting use of the tech.
It is, yeah.
Fair.
So just to recap, 24-inch 3D display also does HD. 2-player split screen eliminates the need for split screens. So it's 2 images. We had just covered that, and that's coming out this fall. And it also includes Resistance 3, a 6-inch HDMI cable, and the glasses for $4.99.
6-inch HDMI cable? That is
Since
impossible.
6 foot, 6 foot. I misread it.
Okay.
6 foot HDMI cable and glasses for $4.99. So that's
not
kind of
bad.
interesting. That's actually not bad, especially for somebody who's in the market to buy a 3D TV and they're not,
Yeah.
Concerned about
But it's
having.
not like you can
huge-
use it for anything else. It's like that's like monitor.
To be honest, it's not that bad of a deal at all.
well, no, it's
Why,
not that.
why
I'm
announce
just
that at
saying.
E3?
Is it a Sony Bravia? The Bravia series?
I don't know. They just said it was
Yeah.
PlayStation branded 3D TV, so I think it's its own kind of model thing or whatever. Then they showed something else called Medieval Move. It's a move game. It looks really stupid. It looks like they're trying to be a sort of like Zelda adventure game, but it's just not working.
Oh, you
The
know what else
only-
they did? Go
What?
ahead, Max. No, I'll
Right.
leave this to the end.
The only thing that was interesting about it, and this wasn't even really about the game, it's just kind of the tech behind what they're doing or whatever. I think they had, or maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here. Yeah, I think I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. That was for something different. Medieval Move, stupid. Don't get it.
on the topic of stupid and don't get it, they actually unveiled. They unveiled. James, you saw this. The Sims Facebook.
Oh god.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
What? Oh yeah, the Facebook game.
the Facebook game.
Right?
That's The Sims.
I did see a little bit
And
of
this
that.
like
yeah.
they were showing how you have like relationships in the game, which that would be like hilarious. 'cause
Like
it,
normally
posts
how
the
you change it.
statuses to,
Yeah, like
in a
normally how you
relationship.
say you're in a relationship. Normally it'll say that for your game. It's like what the fuck?
Wow.
That'd be so confusing.
So if James is doing, is this exclusively for The Sims? Is that what you guys are saying?
What? It's
What are you guys saying?
It's a
Well,
Sims
it's not
game.
exclusively
It's a Sims
for
game on
Mass
Facebook.
Effect.
The Sims exclusively for The Sims.
What I'm trying to say is that if only they could take that and apply it to Mass Effect.
Yeah,
and
I know what
when
you're
James
talking about.
romances
Yeah,
Caden and stuff
he's now
like
in a
that,
relationship with Caden Alenko.
Yeah, whenever you hook up with somebody in Mass Effect, it posts it on your Facebook.
Just the
Why
whole
was it
trailer.
on that?
Shepard is now in a relationship with X.
So did they talk about the PlayStation Vita shit? Because that's the last thing that I got under Sony, and then we can go to Nintendo.
Yeah, they went they real quick. I'll just go real fast over the other stuff that I got. Infamous 2, they showed that. It's actually looking pretty awesome. I heard some mixed reviews about the first game, but based on what I'm seeing from Infamous 2, it looks pretty sweet. They took out, like, you can see them in the tech demo that they're showing there for the game. They took out a helicopter with like some crazy ass lightning, shit. So a lot of
I
crazy
just took
stuff
out a
happened.
couple of those.
Yeah,
Just
and then
now
they
when I was
showed
playing.
another game.
It was pretty fun.
Then they showed another game called Starhawk, which is seems like it's kind of like an RTS sort of game. They had just some black dude narrating. He was like walking in the desert with blue eyes and kind of looks a little different.
How do you know it was a black dude narrating?
Yeah.
Because he showed it. It's a black guy walking in the desert narrating. This is not me being racist.
Let's not go
He's
into
narrating
this
while he's
again.
walking.
What's that supposed to mean, Max? Huh?
Why you gotta mention blue eyes? You got people.
You're
You
like
got
Morgan
something
Freeman.
against. He had blue like glowing eyes and like.
So
but
elusive,
it looks
man.
kind of interesting. Sort of an RTS.
Not the
Kinda
elusive.
game.
Man, you say he's black.
I'm talking about
Then
the
real-
eyes.
Then real quick, they showed Sly Cooper, a new Sly Cooper game, Thieves in Time 2012.
The art style looks interesting.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I said about
Yeah.
like late.
And
It
some-
looks interesting. I've never played it.
Something that I really wanted to touch on a little bit. They showed a new game called Dust, and what it is, you guys have
From
heard of
Dust,
the game
right?
Eve Online. No, it's called Dust.
From Dust, right?
So it's just called Dust.
Is
You
it the
guys have
simulator
heard-
game where you have to create the world?
Is it the sand one where sand goes everywhere?
No.
Is it where I get sand in my butt?
Go ahead and keep talking, guys. If you guys are familiar with the game EVE Online, it's based in that same universe. And what's kind of interesting about it, it's the first true cross-platform game. So basically, people who are playing this Dust game on PS3s, they can be playing the way they made it sound. They're playing in the same universe as people on EVE Online. So EVE Online is like the ship battles and stuff like that. And this is like a first-person ground like troop like conquest sort of first-person game, and it looks insane.
Okay, where's the dust? Are there dust storms?
You think that dust could gather in your butthole? Like if you just like
Just take a shower and clean it out.
like if you don't wear any pants at
This is
all,
what
and you
happens
just
when I
like
try to talk
lay
gaming
face
with you guys.
down. Like say you lay face down in your pillow like for maybe like a week or so, and then there might be like this dust layer over your butt.
No, it'd be
You know
like
what I
a
mean?
lint ball. It would be like a lint ball, like you get in your belly button.
Yeah, like over your TV. You leave it sit, and you got this big.
Unbelievable.
You got this
Well,
big.
anyway, from Dust was an actual game that I think Jordan and I were thinking when you mentioned this. The end.
but this looks-
Shut the
this
hell
looks
up
really
about Dust.
interesting.
No more.
At the end of the Dust trailer, they showed them shooting sort of like an ion cannon sort of deal off the ground into the space, and then they kind of zoomed out and panned out, showing it hitting the ship and orbiting the planet, whatever the battle was happening. So if it actually works that way, where the two games are kind of operating on the same deal and they affect each other, that's actually really interesting.
So wait, one second. I really want to touch on James's subject here.
God, you know what? When you guys talk about stuff, I let you
I
talk.
think we might have to take this
I
to
like to talk.
private.
That's
later.
gonna change. That's gonna change. You guys try to talk gaming, I'm just gonna be like, so did you guys go to the zoo and ever just look at the chimpanzees throwing feces at each other? It's really interesting stuff, guys. I just think we should talk about it.
That it's funny you
think
should
that-
bring that up, Max.
What if you go to the zoo while there's lint and dust in your butt, and then you watch as the monkeys throw your dust poop at each other? Amazing.
All right. Anyway, next subject.
There's a bunch of other stuff I could talk about, but I'm gonna skip through it. Let's move to the NGP. which is unveiled to be the PlayStation Vita.
Wait. Let me ask something quick. What are we looking at for topics? Like, how many do we have left?
We got Nintendo, and then
We got Nintendo. That's
think
why I'm
we
just.
should-
I'm kind of thinking we should split this up and do like a weekend episode so we can get like a
there's
full
not
thing
much
of callers.
with Nintendo though, so I think we can get it out real quick, and then we can do a few.
I like the orchestra.
I don't know about the whole callers thing because I got to go to
No,
bed
I'm
pretty
talking
soon.
about like we do a weekend thing and have mostly callers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could do that.
Like-
Okay, that works. That works.
Yeah,
Have
just
your
to make
European
up.
I like
thing.
that.
Have your
Yeah,
I feel
European
kinda
thing
bad.
this weekend.
I feel kind of bad us cutting it short, but we just had so much to talk about
A lot
E3
to talk
wise.
about, and Max is whining because he
I
has to go to
gotta-
bed. And
Says the guy who
me and
probably gonna wake
James
up at
has
like
two very
11
important.
in
Me
the
and
morning.
Wow,
James
the guy
have
who
very
sleeps
important
until
topics.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock every day.
I'm waking up at 4 in the morning. All right, buddy.
Yeah,
gotta
well,
work.
I'm just saying that me and James have some very important topics to talk about after this is done.
Like
so
butt dust.
exactly,
Agree.
he brought up something that is very hard hitting, and we need to discuss it before it.
Should be included in a game.
You know what?
But let's talk PlayStation Vita.
Now that would be innovation.
Yes, Vita.
I talked about it as soon as they
Everybody
talked about the that it's called PlayStation Vita. They went ahead and made sure that we knew that Vita means life. So
You know,
that's important.
That it almost like it stands for vitamin. Like you're taking your vitamins, your daily dose of Vita.
Velveeta cheese. It's a cross promotion.
Yeah.
But Velveeta doesn't have anything to do with Vita.
Randomly in your games, you're just going to see ads for Velveeta cheese.
I like
Maybe
Velveeta
even
cheese.
subliminal
Yeah, you melt
advertising.
Velveeta cheese with
If you go to
salsa.
the-
Oh, great
Oh, no.
combination.
If you go to the Velveeta section of your local grocery store, you can play full demos of Vita games.
You'll be playing the new Uncharted on,
Like
your,
Subway.
on your Vita.
Yep.
You'll be playing new Uncharted on your Vita, and Drake will be like, "Oh man, I'm really hungry."
Time to
They
put
announced any
Velveeta cheese.
games for it, or was it just like
Subway
was it just
has
a
Velveeta
handheld?
Were any
Was it
games
just
announced?
yeah, were there any games, or was it just a handheld itself?
They talked about some titles. I think like the Uncharted game. I don't know what else.
Yeah, I
Damn
can
it.
tell you what games they got, but I was
There
just
you
going to
go.
read off the specs real quick for the PlayStation Vita. It's 2 analog sticks, standard 5-inch LED OLED screen, front and
Touch-
rear cameras. Yeah, touchscreen. There's also one on the back. There's a touch.
Yeah,
screen
you
on
can
the back.
touch on the back too. There are some games that.
Ooh.
Is that-
What?
front, rear cameras, and Wi-Fi and 3G Wi-Fi models.
That just
Now,
means
the
you have to
interesting part
fondle it on
about
all
the-
points there.
The interesting part about the Wi-Fi and 3G Wi-Fi, the price points for those, which really was surprising to me because pretty much everyone was expecting this thing to be like $400, and the prices for it are actually pretty damn reasonable. So it's kind of going to give the 3DS some serious competition.
It's like $50 lower than it, right?
It's $249, or it's $250 basically for just Wi-Fi, regular Wi-Fi, and then it's 3G Wi-Fi is $300, and that is
That-
actually not
That's
bad for all
actually.
that.
And do they
Yeah.
charge you extra charges, or is that included in the initial price?
I don't know what the extra, if there are extra charges.
it's-
I know that they went exclusively for their internet. You know, their provider
On
is
AT&T.
AT&T.
So
Everybody,
that means you might
everyone
get a bill.
sighed. Everyone in the audience sighed.
There was a
when they
big,
said
there was
that.
a big like mixed reaction.
People
from
booed.
the crowd there. Everyone was like,
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, when they
Why
announced that they were doing
AT&T?
AT&T. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's like. I can't even think of a comparison.
When did they say that it was like scheduled, like release or whatever? It's the end of the year, right? Or end of this year?
Let me see. Let me look at my notes here.
Sucks for Nintendo to have such a shitty launch with the 3DS with no games or anything.
Maybe they should have
Yeah.
thought about that before they did that. They had
It says
time.
everything
Yeah.
that they showed at this conference with all the games and stuff like that. They should be available this holiday. So you're talking like fall.
Nintendo needs to step its game up. Then they still don't have no games. They don't
If you
have
guys
no
wanted to know
games.
the games that they showed Uncharted, Golden Abyss. That's the one that's for NGP or Vita. Graphics look pretty awesome. Interestingly enough, they use the touch screens pretty like in a sort of neat way. You can touch like different enemies, like a different. It sounds funny. You can
Touch the enemy.
like touch places on them to do like combos, you know, and take them down.
What?
Kick
The
him in
thing
the
that's
nuts.
interesting. The thing that's interesting too is they don't make it so you're locked into using a specific control feature. You know what I mean? You can choose to use the buttons
Yeah,
and
you
play
can
that
use
way,
whatever.
or you can do the touch thing, which is kind of cool. And the other thing is
can
too
use
with
it
the
to
front
climb
touch
ledges.
screen. Yeah, for climbing ledges and stuff like that, because you do a lot of climbing in Uncharted. So you can use your finger and paint along the edges where you want, like the path you want him to go, and he'll kind of just follow that area. And if you're like right by a ledge and there's an enemy by the top of it, you can tap the enemy and it'll pull him down.
Doesn't matter
and throw
where
him
you
off.
tap them.
I think only in the crotch. It only responds crotch.
Yeah,
Well, I
give
mean,
him a
if you
nice
turn
little
around, you have
butt
to tap him in the
squeeze.
ass.
Yeah, give him a nice little butt squeeze.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Finally
do you
figure out what
squeeze?
Drake is really doing.
Before you throw him down, it's
Drake's
Die.
real
He's
intentions.
Touching the uncharted areas of his male counterparts.
That's so wrong.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So does that
So they
wrap
also
that
have-
up then? Or
They also have you touch like weapon icon or whatever, load and switch weapons, and then they had another game called
Nice.
Ruin. They actually had like some guy really he was really sweaty and out of breath talking about it. It was really funny. It's
Oh,
a
he was just running
top-down
around the
third-person. It's a top-down third-person combat game. Apparently, you can like fight other players that are on the network, and they're like your rivals. And the more powerful they get, they have layers that you have to battle through, and blah 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 blah. Then they have a new version of Mod Nation Racers. And what was interesting, I'll just highlight the map creation on that because of the touch screen and stuff like that. They made it real easy for you to make maps and stuff. Your different
I'm
custom
getting
tracks.
sick of all this touching that's going on with this Vita.
You don't like touching?
This
I'm liking it.
vitality.
I'm liking it.
I know you'd like it, James.
And
I'm gonna touch
so
more.
They showed some cool stuff with the map creator and track creator and Mod Nation Racer using the touchscreen and stuff. Then they showed Little Big Planet for it. Basically, the only thing that I got from that was you can take pictures of like yourself. The only like highlight of it is you can take pictures of like someone's face and then just like edit out the face and use that hair in the game. So like you can superimpose stuff
what are
and
those
take
called?
pictures of it.
Like AR games or something reality. Something reality
Alternate
games where you
reality.
can take pictures. No, it's not alternate realty. It's like
I was gonna say
enhanced. Maybe.
I don't know. So, anyways, you can use the camera on the Vita to superimpose stuff. into the
Augmented.
game or whatever.
I'm sick of this Vita.
Just because you know nothing about
mentality.
it.
It just sounds dumb. I don't know. I've never been a big
actually-
handheld guy, so
Yeah,
You know,
neither have I.
all right,
but
to
it sounds
wrap up-
interesting.
They mentioned Street Fighter Cross Tekken. If you guys are interested in that, Cole from Infamous 2 is going to be in that game for some reason. I don't know. But Cole from Infamous 2 is going to be in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And
The
then
infamous
kinda
2
comes out-
version of him?
Yeah,
Meh.
yeah. So to wrap things up, the Ridge Racer guy actually did come out. He didn't say anything about Ridge Racer.
Ridge
Fortunately.
Racer.
Hey, I'm
he
the
was
Ridge
making-
Racer guy. Bye.
He was making fun of Sony CEO's Jack Tretton. You know, the guy. He was making fun of his tie. So like when Jack came back out to close out the conference, he's like, "Oh, you're making fun of my tie. I was gonna have to." He like took a jab at him. He's like, "I remember that Ridge Racer thing you said." He like called him out in front of everybody there, so it was pretty funny. And then to close out their conference, they ended with a really terrible DJ and some retarded stage dancing with like ballerinas and stuff. It was-
what?
The hell?
Yeah, I'm not even lying. They had like this crazy DJ who like thought he was the shit, and he just sucked.
He's like, yeah, I'm playing an E3.
Apparently, Sony thinks DJs and like artful dancing goes together, and he wasn't even playing like that type of music. He was playing like Beastie Boys and like
Wow.
It's funny. It's funny how kind of out of touch these guys are
yeah,
to
it
a
is.
certain
funny.
extent.
Yeah,
Alright.
another thing.
They're just getting further and further away.
One thing we missed with the EA stuff, they actually had was it Madden 12? When they had Madden 2012, they had the Inception song going, you know, the Zach
Oh yeah,
Hansen-
they did. I was like,
Right.
what the fuck?
And they're like revealing these NFL guys, and they're just saying these cheesy lines.
And it was just like, I was like, what?
Oh,
Happening?
it's so bad.
That pretty much wrapped up the Sony conference. You guys want to move on, mosey on
Well, I
over
might as well
to.
talk because the chat just doesn't shut up about this WWE 12 game that they want to hear me talk about. I'll probably make a video specifically about it since you guys aren't fans about it, so I don't want to
So do you guys want to talk about
plug
the
it
lint
up.
that gathers sometimes
Hey!
between your ass cheeks?
I already
Sometimes
said-
there's lint there.
I was just gonna say one line about it. Goodness gracious! I didn't have to talk about. We could talk about lint in the butt later. I mean,
Go
I wanna
ahead.
talk
Go ahead.
about that.
You're like,
Well,
there's
the
always time to
fact
talk
that-
about lint.
Don't they wear the G strings that go right up the butt?
What?
And we're moving on. Okay.
Go, James. I'm in full support of you talking about it now.
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about right now.
Just go, James. Talk about something.
Well, THQ,
John's talking about
THQ, right?
G-strings.
So they're pumping this game up again to be like, this is the reason why like THQ doesn't, like Ubisoft has their press conference or whatever, and EA, they got the Madden, they showed FIFA in the press conference, they showed all these sports games. Wrestling's not even on there anymore. No one gives a shit about it anymore. Like, no one cares because the games fucking blow. Like, they don't make, like, the thing about the old N64 games was that anybody could pick them up. It didn't even matter that they were wrestling games. Like, anybody with an N64 played, like, the No Mercy game and all that, like the old ones, because it was just a good game. That, like, mentality of them now is just gone. Like, it's not targeted to be just such a good wrestling game that even non-wrestling fans will like it. It's just like same shit, different year, pretty much. But now they're trying to say that they rebuilt the engine and all this other stuff. I'll probably get into it in a video, like, on my channel, but I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm cautious about liking it, and I'm not gonna, like, get my hopes up too high, no matter what they say, because
They blow a lot of smoke.
yeah, THQ is known for that. Throughout any interview, they say they confirm this, they confirm that, modes, this, that. Nothing ever happens. This shit that you see, like, FIFA doing, I seen FIFA, they have, like, this whole network going on with their site, like, uploading videos and doing all this crazy shit. Where the fuck is THQ doing this stuff? Like, why are they so far behind with this? Like, FIFA, I don't play FIFA, but they got some, like, NBA, they got some crazy shit going on with their game. And we don't get shit. That sucks. That's what I'm saying. And it's no wonder that THQ is always reporting, like, quarterly losses. If they're supposedly their biggest seller is the wrestling franchise, which is hard to
And
believe.
they're not even taking care of it.
Because
then?
they got Saints Row, they got Red Faction.
Yeah,
I
really.
mean, they got some other game. They got Darksiders, and there's Darksiders 2, I think.
Yeah.
They got games, but they're always reporting losses, and that every time, like, when I've talked to the community managers and stuff, like, they would say they would cut stuff out because of cost. Like, if that's just gonna make the games worse, that, like, they can't blow smoke if we obviously
You
know
got to
that
spend money
they
to
have-
make money.
Yeah, if they have less money to work with, then how are we supposed to believe that they're making a better game?
Like,
Doesn't
you
make
take a
sense.
gamble and, like, try to, invest a little bit more into making the game better, and then hopefully, recoup that with your sales, or do you slowly dig yourself into a ditch and then,
Trying
And they
to cut
refuse to
costs.
do, like, it has to be annual. They won't take a year off. Like, it has to be annual. But even still, I mean, Madden's kind of been the same shit.
It's turning into like a Madden game then, where they just update the rosters every year.
Like, I've seen, like, the review, I think it was NBA 2K10, I think it was, where there was a review and it was saying, like, annual sports games don't have any excuse now because of the NBA game that came out was just, like, that good that they pumped that much shit into an annual game. So it's like, everyone else needs to step their game up or get the hell out.
Yeah, the thing is, they have the engine and they have the people that they can just, like you said, they need to start pumping more stuff into those to make them a little better, rather than just updating the rosters with a couple new people
Yeah.
and the same old thing.
I can go with a bunch of other stuff. Like, I'll probably just do it in a video, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be like, I've already seen people say, like, it's the greatest game ever and all that, because I don't know, I'm not getting all into it like that. But anyway, Nintendo.
All right. What's Nintendo?
All right, let's.
Nintendo.
Well, now the Wii U. Are we going to talk about that? Or are we going to talk about?
Did you guys
Mostly
want
it
me
was
to?
Wii U, and it was 3DS stuff. That was mostly their press conference.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I got notes on it. I could go through it real fast, and you guys
All
just
right.
get input from you
Yeah,
guys. If
quick.
you guys want to do
Yeah,
it,
do
sort
it.
of.
Break it
All
down
right,
like
so
fraction.
basically, it started out with you're using that now. Break it down like a fraction.
I liked it.
It's a good. It's a good analogy. Miyamoto basically came out and he started talking about Zelda and the 25th anniversary, and they had like an orchestra there in front of the stage, and they
was
started
weird.
playing like it was kind of weird. Like Miyamoto was like, oh, he was like so excited. He's like, I can play with this orchestra and stuff like that. So he's like having them play sounds from the game, like when you get an item, that type of stuff. And he asked them to play. He asked them to play. I forget which one it was. He said play the getting item sound again, and just before that they were playing the fairy fountain song. So he said to play the getting the item song again, and like half the orchestra was playing fairy fountain and half was doing the correct thing. And then they're like halfway through, like they kind of fixed it, so it was like blurred together, and then they realized they were screwing up and got it working.
funny.
But then he talked about Zelda Ocarina of Time on 3DS. He showed some of the stuff. It's going to have better graphics, obviously, better frame rate, and then for the DSi, I guess there's Zelda Four Swords, which is gonna. This is kind of interesting. It's a 4-player co-op Zelda game that's coming out for the DSi, and it's free to download.
Wow. It's
Yeah,
pretty
you don't have to pay
interesting.
for it.
What is
It's
it?
actually real. It's called Legend of Zelda Legend of Zelda Four Swords, and it's a 4-player co-op game, and it's free. It's going to be digital distribution, but it's free. You don't have to pay for it. They're just giving it as a gift. So that's pretty sweet. Kudos to Miyamoto for that. If you guys are interested in the Skyward Sword, they talked about it a little bit, and it's going to release this holiday season for the Wii. And they're going to have a golden Wii remote as a promotion for the game.
Yeah, I saw that.
So if you feel like you're playing on your Wii remotes, go for that. If you guys are interested in the music, obviously music is a big thing with the Legend of Zelda games. So I guess that's part of the reason why they had the orchestra there. They're doing Legend of Zelda symphony concerts. They're going to be held like in different regions around Europe and
What?
the US.
Who's gonna go to those?
I'm sure people will go to them. I don't know if there
People
was one in
like
Chicago and
orchestra
it's not that.
stuff.
If there was one in Chicago and it wasn't that far away and it wasn't that expensive.
I wonder if
Maybe I'd go.
Sony's going to pay to have that DJ travel around and
Right.
just do shows.
Yeah, they'll do
playing
like
Beastie
2 or
Boys.
3 songs, and then all of a sudden the DJ will just pop out of nowhere,
Just
and
like-
the dancers will come.
Then the orchestra comes in. No, but I guess they're going to take stuff from those concerts and be recording them. They're going to release a soundtrack kind of derived from those concerts.
Yeah.
And also, they talked about how there's going to be an Ocarina of Time 3D, soundtrack or whatever.
3D soundtrack? Wait a second. How can you make audio 3D?
Ocarina of Time 3D, the soundtrack.
Okay. You
Okay.
kind of set it all together.
It's
there,
like
so I'm confused.
HD sunglasses.
Yeah, HD sunglasses.
make me laugh.
Those make me laugh.
No, I-
That'll happen. That'll happen.
And every now and then you see
No,
like,
there
some,
there
like,
already are HD
Oh
sunglasses.
yeah, they're already
some,
out.
like older people walking around and they look like they're wearing those
Like
big
I see life in 1080p.
Oh man.
But then I guess Nintendo's global president Satoru Iwata came out and started to talk about, he started building up to the new console and stuff like that. He said their goal is to satisfy all types of players.
That
with
was
the
a
new
fucking
platform.
cock tease. That was what
Yeah,
that
it was.
was.
They were stalling a whole bunch on that one. I'm like, just show the damn thing already.
Yeah, and then
Jesus.
they just go on to other random shit, and then they come back to it later
like,
on. It's like, what the
You
hell
could
is
show
the
it
point of
to
that?
right now, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
They just kept driving home that they want to appeal to a wider, they want to appeal to all gamers. They want people to see games in a different way. And I guess the new console, the Wii U that we know it is now, is going to release next year. So some of the games that are moving into 3D that they talked about are Mario Kart. There's going to be a Mario Kart 3D game. Star Fox, Super Mario, Kid Icarus, and Luigi's Mansion. So you
I
guys,
know they announced the Smash Brothers for a 3DS, I think. People popped
I
for it.
think so.
They were cheering.
Yeah. Yeah, but
And I think a Pikmin, too.
The Mario Kart, Star Fox, Super Mario, all those games really, minus Luigi's Mansion, were looking pretty solid. And
what's
it's
wrong
like
with Luigi's Mansion?
I never got into Luigi's Mansion, and it looked like it was just
So,
more of the
th-
same.
that-
Why not
So that
another
means
Yoshi
it's not
story,
solid?
damn it? Where's Yoshi? I want a Yoshi story.
Pokemon Snap 3D.
Pokemon Snap.
I'm sick of this 3D thing.
Actually, I
It's
think
gotta
they did.
go.
They mentioned that there's a Pokemon game coming out actually for 3DS, and it's gonna have like a 3D Pokedex thing.
That's not a game. It's already out.
That's an update. Yeah, that's an update thing.
It's just like a
Oh,
free
is it?
thing.
It's
It's
not
like an
an actual
app
game.
that they have up there.
Yeah, they added a store or something like that on the 3DS.
Yeah, that came. That was like the day before the well, not the day before the
Yeah,
press
Z kept complaining. He kept trying to update his thing, and he was like, "Man, it's not adding the store thing." And he's getting all pissed.
Mine worked pretty quick. There's nothing on there really that's like interesting. I mean, they have well, I guess speaking of the 3DS, they had a Resident Evil trailer on there in 3D, and from the screenshots.
I'm so sick of this 3D stuff.
Man, you know, when I heard those gunshots of Resident Evil, I was like, holy shit. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was so memorized.
Memorized?
Memorized. Talking is just
So many
not-
speech fails today.
That was like
Really?
that was like a
That was number 2.
That was my number 2.
I'm letting you hear about it, okay?
He's going number 2 in his pants right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, anyway.
They kept. All right, so they went through after they listed all the games that are going to be coming out. They showed Mario Kart 3D. They're going to have like some hang glider feature for like carts, so you can like go off a jump and like hang glide down to the next thing or whatever. And they got new racetracks that are like underwater and stuff. There's kart customization now. You can trick out your little Mario Kart thingy dealy whatever. I wish I had a 3DS. I mean, I don't want to shell out all that money for those. You know what they're doing? They're baiting people with nostalgia. Is what they're doing. They're
That's
repackaging
what
it. Make it
Nintendo's
look all-
gig is. Like,
I know that's what
they're
their
trying
gig is,
to
and they're
do.
bastards.
And we
'cause
had,
it
we had
works.
said that. We had discussed this earlier, is that they can't keep playing this nostalgia card because it's not going to last forever.
They're
They
so
got to
used to
come
it
up
working.
with something. They need something big to get back up
No,
there.
they need honestly a rude awakening. Like something needs to happen where people just stop buying all this.
Well,
Yeah,
that's going to
They
happen.
need to do new IPs.
They need a
Not
Yoshi.
only like games though, they need a new system that's gonna completely, because they came out with the Wii, and that was like fantastic, best selling console and everything for an entire like every demographic there is. And then Microsoft came out with Kinect, which kind of evened out the sales. And now that they're just rehashing stuff, they can only last so long doing this.
They really, like someone said in the chat, like they need a new character. I mean, like all the iconic characters from back then have all been like, well, other than Mario, I guess Mario's okay, like still doing all right. But like Crash Bandicoot went to shit, Spyro went to shit, freaking Sonic is like shit trying to make a comeback. Like
They need Sonic,
you
the
know what?
gritty,
You know what really
real-life
worked
version.
is
Stabbing
the-
Are we talking about Nintendo?
No, I'm talking about Nintendo needing a character, like a new.
And
Yeah,
I
but you were
I
just
think their new
naming
character-
You were naming Sega and then PlayStation characters.
Yeah, I'm saying that all those other characters went
Okay,
to shit. Like I'm
Okay.
saying that they need like a new character. Even in general, they just need
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know
but
what?
that
You
was-
know what I
those
think
were
that
Nintendo.
that should be is the guy from the Conduit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln should
Tell
be
you
in
what.
it.
Tell you what. Get one more time, repackage all the characters, but put them all in a gritty through like just real environment. And like Star Fox is a badass. He like grew up. He grew up like on the streets. He's just like so good at
The
slashing
kids
people.
would be playing that, you know what they'd be
people.
thinking? They'd be like, what?
Grand
What?
Theft Nintendo.
Yeah,
Mario's like whipping shells at people, like just denting people's faces with shells.
Luigi is just like a sloppy, dirty drunk.
Yeah.
Yoshi
Just,
just rips people apart. Just
Yep.
blood dripping down his teeth.
He's just like, yeah, a scaly looking dinosaur, like he is from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That's been like the trend with movies and stuff like that. Take things like The Dark Knight. They made it grittier and stuff like that. So let's do it with Mario.
Let's see
man.
Mario, pull
Nintendo.
out some Glocks and start shooting up and robbing a bank. People
I already
wanna
got the
see
title
that.
for the
Or he's
Mario
just-
game.
What?
It's Mario.
What?
You're dead.
Pretty damn accurate. They should make a Mario actual plumbing game where you're actually a plumber named
Yeah,
Mario.
The thing is though, Mario would be a mob boss, and his job is plumbing. That's his family business, is quote unquote
front.
plumbing. But he's actually a mob boss that deals in mushrooms.
I just plunged Frankie Botafugo.
Yeah, you see all these mob guys. Their businesses are just a way of getting rid of the bodies. It's mostly
They flush them down the drain.
It's either it's like waste management's like the most popular one because they need to.
Xbox Ishrak said this game
There was
would be
actually
called
a GTA
Nintendo Universe Uncensored.
There was a GTA 4 mission about that did that actually. They took the Mario Brothers and like made it all kind of what we just been talking about. Like there's a bunch of explosions and stuff, and they got like Koopa. They got Koopa helping them to take out. Just look at it. I don't remember what it was, but look up like GTA Mario something. I don't know. Maybe you can find it if you do some googling. But it was pretty funny. Some people in the chat might know what I'm talking about. But.
How about that Wii U? We didn't even get to
All right,
that.
Wii U.
That Wii U, that was so fucking confusing to me.
It was.
Because the dude presented it, and he kept saying controller, and then he said console. He just kept, he switched back and forth, and I was sitting here, what the fuck is it? Is it the controller, or is it the console?
I think it's a controller. It goes with the Wii
I figured
unit.
it out eventually, but I'm saying, during the presentation, he kept switching
No, there's
back
a console
and
to it. There's a console to it.
Yeah, I
it's
know
not
that
just
now.
A controller.
You don't need a console.
Well, no,
just use a
Junk was just
controller.
saying that it goes with the Wii.
Doesn't it go with the Wii or no?
Oh, no, not the Wii. It's a
own
separate console. Yeah, it's a separate.
Oh, okay. I thought it because like that golf thing that was pretty impressive. When it was like, okay, what is this? And then he put it on the ground, and you see the character hitting the
you could still
ball
use
out of
the
sand.
Wii controller.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was with the Wii piece.
Well, it's like with the Wii, you could use the GameCube controller. It's the same thing.
I was so mind fucked. I was like, because they bring out a tablet and they start saying that you can use the Wii remote for it, and I was like, why the fuck would I use a remote?
only thing
on a
that's-
tablet?
The only thing that's cool about it, I guess, is if, that whole scenario they played out where like, oh, I want to watch the game, and then you can grab your controller and play it on there. That's kind of neat, I guess.
When I finally seen that when I seen the pictures of the console, then I was thinking, okay, this is the controller. I was thinking this could be really bad for them because of the amount of people that hated the Xbox One controller, how fucking big it was, and here they come with this huge thing that it's got this big ass screen in the middle. And then when I thought of the screen, I was like, man, if Sega was around, you'd think if Dreamcast would have been successful, that probably would have been the next thing they did because they had that screen right there in the middle of the
they had the little memory card thing that
they
you
just
stuck in.
didn't do anything with it. And I was like, man, if there was a Dreamcast 2, that would have been it right there. I was just sitting there. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Dreamcast 2.
Well, somebody was talking about the controller, how it's kind of awkward because on the right side you have the joystick or the D-pad or whatever the hell it is right there, and then the buttons are below it. Usually,
Yeah, they're both up
it's
top,
above.
right? The analogs are both over top of them.
Yeah, on top. And so the guy was saying that it's kind of awkward to switch downward. Like, it's not incredibly awkward, but he's used to them being above, so it takes some getting used to.
That's something that's been like that for years, and then you just switch it up. I don't know. I was thinking, it might be all right if the screen does more than just shows you, your inventory. Like, you're playing, Resident Evil or something, it just shows what you got in your inventory down there on the screen, and that's it. And then you have to keep looking down there. Gameplay's still going, and you're getting your ass kicked on the gameplay while you're trying to do your inventory on the screen. That's gonna piss me off. I'm just gonna be sitting there God damn it, I'm trying to organize.
If you guys want, I'll read some specs for the Wii U just so people can know what to expect from
There
it.
you go.
I did hear that they got 25 gig disc. I heard that. It's pretty ridiculous.
I don't know. I know they were saying that they're not using Blu-ray; that they're using their own proprietary.
Yeah, it's 25
there.
gigs.
So,
Their
we'll see.
DVDs.
We'll see. I don't know, man. We'll see.
It's big.
Cassie says you're lying.
New controller.
I know.
New
You're trying
controller.
to,
I'm not
trying to
saying.
make
I'm
it
just
sound
saying.
like I'm lying.
We can't confirm or deny it. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, if it's
That's
on the
all-
news
that's all I'm
sites,
saying.
then it's confirmed. Okay. Don't make me throw some.
Hey,
dust at you.
we need to start wrapping this up. This has been going.
He's gonna
Alright.
go into the specs.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just wrap it up. I'll talk about the specs and we can just do like our final thoughts on Nintendo. New controller, like you guys may or may not know, it looks like a tablet. It's got a screen in the middle. It's a 6.2-inch screen built into the middle of the controller. It's going to be backwards compatible with all old Wii products, so it's going to have like Virtual Console and stuff like that on it, and all that old good stuff that you would expect from it. It has the ability to switch from playing on the console, like on your screen, to the controller, like they showed in a demonstration. So if somebody wants to watch TV, they can. You can play it on your console there. They got like a different thing where you can like draw on your controller. They showed like someone making like kind of digital art, you know, like coloring it in and stuff like that, which looked kind of interesting if it works well. That could be kind of useful tool. There's Wii Motion with the new controller, so like you can move the controller like to the TV or whatever, and I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like
Like when you're scoping it and stuff on like kind of maybe an on rails kind of game where you can use the controller as like a target and aim on the screen and shoot and stuff like that.
right. They got your basic, video calls with the new controller like you'd expect. So there is a camera on the controller. You can browse the web with it, and kind of the whole motion thing that we were just talking about. You can kind of manipulate and zoom in on what's on the TV digitally, although I don't know, it's kind of weird. But
yeah,
they got the normal button layout, they got rumble feature, accelerometer, gyroscope.
Oh, that's
mic.
the accelerometer and gyroscope stuff is like, it's like the 6-axis.
Yeah. Mic, speakers, and an inward-facing camera. It's not a portable device, like they really emphasize that because it looks like a portable device, like a handheld.
You gotta be in
kinda
the
thing,
same
just
area
bigger.
with the system.
Yeah, there's like a certain zone that you got to be in or whatever.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's but the video is transmitted from the console to the controller, so you still will be able to play all your intensive games and stuff like that, but just not really far away. And then they said about there's Smash Bros for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. It's coming out for both of them, and the software will work together in some way or another. That's what they said. And the thing that was kind of, it's like they didn't even have any real games. They just like had tech demos of like they showed like Link fighting a
No,
spider.
he didn't want to. No, the Reggie dude said he didn't want to call them tech demos. He wanted to call them
Yeah.
experiences. That's what he wanted to say.
I'm sorry.
Experiences, Max.
I'm misrepresenting.
Honor his
Rich.
request, you jerk.
I'm sorry. Experiences, made experience. But what they showed though, like of the Zelda experience, it did look pretty awesome. If you're real heavy into the Zelda franchise and series, that could get you excited and hot and bothered. And then they showed some display of like what the graphics can look like, and it was like some bird flying around in Japan. Looked pretty nice. There's some cool water effects and whatnot.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty impressive with that graphics part of it.
Okay, we should wrap it up.
Then
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the Milo bullshit for the Kinect, and that turned out.
Yeah, like what happened to that, huh?
I'm not going off these
Boring.
stupid tech demos and just oh my god, I'm so excited because I got to see a bird fly. I mean, I really wanted to play with Milo. I really did.
I wanted to yell at him.
I wanted to abuse that kid pretty bad. Just mess up his little
I just wanted
tiny
to keep
child
making
brain.
him brush his teeth over and over again. Over.
You'll never be clean, Milo.
You missed
All right,
my
so-
cleaning again.
We've been going for a while. I'll just wrap up by saying the games that they said will be on the new console. They kind of had like a little montage of developers saying what games they have that are going to be on the Wii U. Batman Arkham City is going to be on it. Tekken is going to be on it, a new Tekken game. Some Dirt game is going to be on the Wii U. Aliens Colonial Marines is going to be on it. Ghost Recon Online is going to be on it. Metro Last Light
Ooh,
is going to be on it.
I can't wait till that
And
comes out.
Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge is going to be on it.
Most of
so.
these games are already going to be out, like for the Xbox and the PS3.
And that kind of leads me to my whole thought on Wii U is like, yeah, some of the stuff is kind of cool, but Thunder. Thunder.
Wow.
Is, you know,
why
Yeah,
should
that was loud, I heard.
that was Reggie.
change
Reggie
what-
is mad.
That you-
He's
he
not
doesn't want
liking
you
me
to say
talking bad
experience.
about
Well, that's what a couple of analysts that I was watching were saying was that they actually thought that Nintendo came out kind of strong because they really were pushing that they have for the Wii. They didn't really have all their content wasn't third party. It was mainly their stuff. And
Yeah.
with the Wii U, they're bringing in a lot more third-party
That's
stuff.
because
and they
no
really
one wanted
push
to
that.
make anything for the Wii.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Was it didn't have the Wii didn't have the tech that the 360.
So the whole
PS3
gist
do.
between Nintendo now is that like you can't bring up the specs of the system anymore. That's good. So now they not only did they play catch up, but now they're trying to do something different, and it's just to see whether or not this works and if people are even going to want to break from what they pretty much know and love. Like why? Like, are we really going to switch over to the Wii U just because there's an inventory in the screen?
Right, exactly. Is it enough for us to want to
Yeah.
buy those games for the Wii?
Getting used to a brand new controller.
Nah, that's a big ass
Yeah,
like
that's-
thing.
So I don't know. It just seems like Nintendo. I mean, it's obvious they're trying to catch up to everyone else, and I'm interested to see where they're going to be at when the rest of the companies, Sony, Microsoft, unveil their next gen consoles. Where is the Wii going to be at?
Telling you, there's gonna be a headset, virtual.
Are they going to be? Are they going to be ready?
I think it's a race. It's a race of gimmicks. It's like we're gonna make a gimmick that's gonna out gimmick your gimmick, and it's
Oh,
you know
well,
that's why
that's
this is
what-
why our
that's
That's what it's always been that way. though. That's marketing.
It's ridiculous. I just want to play video games with a controller that look pretty
Yeah,
and have
that's
cool
this
gameplay. I don't care about
3D
peripherals.
bringing
and
it.
I
peripherals.
really
I just want a cool
dislike
game.
anything 3D, to be honest. I'm getting sick of it. There's too much attached to it, and it's like I could care less if it looks 3D. I can look out my window and see 3D.
I
You gotta
agree
be
with.
careful. You're going to hear
I mean,
some lightning over there. All right.
I agree with.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the 3D stuff it's cool
thunder.
enough, but some of it actually, I mean, shit, it gets me nauseous some of the time.
Tell you what, Reggie's gonna be smiting somebody today.
Oh, okay, we got to wrap this up. Okay, in one quick word, just go through and say what you were most excited about seeing at E3. Dan, you first.
Batman: Arkham Asylum. I
Max.
promised people in the chat that I would mention it.
Oh, we didn't even get to talk about that. Well, there wasn't. I mean,
We'll
it
talk
looked
about it
good.
later.
It looked
We'll talk
good.
about it on the.
I'm just saying, just mention
I'm
stuff.
excited.
Just say something. You don't have to explain why or anything. Just say what you
Oh,
think.
Battlefield
Petri
3,
dish.
Battlefield 3, and PlayStation Vita were pretty awesome.
James.
Other than those two that I was talking about earlier, the Overstrike and the Brothers in Arms Furious 4, I guess the new the Dead Island. Where the fuck was Dead Island at the whole
We'll
fucking
discuss it
time?
later.
There was no, I mean, not in our conversation, but I mean, at E3, there was nothing on Dead
That's
Island.
true.
At least that I
Well,
There was
heard.
like side stuff. If you watch like G4, they had like some hands-on stuff. And, some they were
Hey.
interviewing the devs and stuff. But did they have anything like on the stage?
And I heard
stuff?
about a
No.
new Alan Wake too, and there was nothing. Well, I haven't
I
heard
didn't
anything
hear
about
about
that,
that.
either. I heard about an Alan Wake. I was like,
Okay,
what the
John,
fuck?
what'd you hear?
Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 3. I'm gonna say, I mean, of course, Mass Effect is amazing and all that, but I was most impressed by the Assassin's Creed trailer.
The trailer? I thought you were gonna say Far Cry for some reason.
Far Cry's good, but I'll end up playing it a lot because I played Far Cry 2 about 10 times through, and I beat.
It was
on-
the original IPs, the new ones that stuck out to me,
yeah.
like the Dead Island, Overstrike, the Furious 4, like
yeah,
all these.
Overstrike was pretty surprising. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting stuff. So it's gonna be a good year. We're gonna sign off now for Creed
Yeah.
Talk.
But we will do
Sorry,
a
no
call
calls, Simon.
on the weekend, right?
Yeah,
The
let's
weekend,
try.
We'll
We'll
do an
try
all
and do
calls
one maybe Saturday
Yeah,
or
keep
something.
keep on the watch out,
I'll
on
put up-
Twitter, on our channels and
Yeah.
stuff. We'll definitely let
You
you know
guys-
if it's coming.
I
Do
missed,
you guys want to maybe mention the team speak for the Minecraft
Yeah, I know
server?
people. I was just gonna say people have
Oh,
been
yeah,
mentioning it
yeah.
a whole bunch this whole time.
I've been getting messages
Where-
about it. I don't know what the fuck.
Where can
that
they
is.
go? Where can they go to get the IP for that? Is it on the
go to
creaturehub.com?
teamspeak.com and download TeamSpeak, the client for your computer. And then where would the IP be? I should list it on my channel.
Definitely put it on Creature Hub. Creature
Yeah,
Hub would
we
probably
should
be one
put
of
it
those
on
places to do.
You know what would be good is on Creature Hub underneath the map overview, like put
Underneath the
Creature
map,
Talk.
yeah, that would be
'Cause
really
that's
good.
a
We'll get it.
permanent thing.
Yeah, we'll try to work on that. We'll get the. I think
Yep.
that's probably the best.
We'll get
bet.
it up.
Put it underneath the map on the creaturehub.com so you guys
Yes.
Yeah.
Toast Dude 4142. It's what's TeamSpeak? It's basically just an app, a program you can download. It's sort of like a Ventrilo sort of thing, if you know what that is. It's just
Ventrilo
a voice
sucks.
chat. It's a voice chat kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So Thanks for joining us today, guys. Sorry that we didn't have any calls. We'll do those later, so keep up.
Love you.
Go ahead and go
What, man?
download this on iTunes. We are on iTunes.
And
We are
needless
on
to
iTunes.
say, get your moms to buy you lottery tickets.
Exactly. We'll see you guys
Always,
later.
always. All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
In a world where various machinimators discuss what they want, where a retarded old man occasionally joins them in their quest, where the listener virtually has no say on what they talk about. One clan will defy the odds and bore their audience to the brink of